Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Wednesday. Glad you're with us tonight. We've got a crazy cool show. It is so good tonight. We've got a Wednesday that you'll never forget. We've got 3 hours live of fabulous fine jewelry. This is the Sell It or Melt It sale continued. So many exciting pieces for you that are new to the event because obviously, you know, as this has been going on the last couple of weeks, the goal is to get through every last piece in our inventory. So that means every show is new, every show is fresh, every show has different items. So if you've seen something, it's chances are it's sold. Other chances it might be melted down, and then we get to show you more of the inventory that you haven't seen. So exciting night to be with us, considering that we do have new gold pieces. I've got a couple of pairs of earrings that are just plain solid gold, but is there anything more luxury right now than plain solid gold? Because again, you know what gold's doing. Plus, there is one gold bracelet. It's actually the match to the link style we had the other day. So if you were lucky enough to pick up that beautiful paper clip multi-link necklace we had, I have the matching bracelet. It is also a day we're going to see a lot of color. It is so what we strive to really showcase every single show is a lot of your favorite fabulous colors and gems. That means exotics, that means beautiful natural stones, of course, but it's not just about colors of gems we usually see. We're going to see some really rich amethyst. We've got a whole wheel of amethyst, our top stones. Plus, also, I've got fabulous mountings. You know, one of our favorite mountings is that wider cigar band style that is the Stardust inspiration with the diamonds burnished into it. We've got actually 3 different designs. It's the same style, but with 3 different stones and different colors of diamonds. So if you love that wider gold presence in a mounting, we've got 3 to choose from, and are they ever marked down? Then we also have a gold quartz trio for you. So if you love that stone, that natural where gold is within a gemstone, we've got that for you as well. And we're going to see a ruby, fabulous ruby. I do have a tennis bracelet. Now, we've gone through our fair share of tennis bracelets over the last couple of weeks, and tennis necklaces for that matter. But the bracelet I have today is totally different and unique. Why? Because it is all princess cut diamonds. And that is really a huge upgrade in the world of diamonds to get princess cuts and solid all the way through a bracelet. So that's coming up for you as well. Some diamond bands are here. We've got amazing diamond earrings as well with the big diamond center stone with the diamonds around it. So you name it, we probably got it. And speaking of that, we'd like you to name it. We'd like you to name your request. Name what you'd like to see. If it's something that we have, we'll bring it on out for you, show it to you, discount it, and what else? Gave you 10% extra off. So that really is the main event here tonight. And we're going to get started with something really fabulous and one of a kind. It's actually multiple colors that you can't even see all of them yet because this is a color changing gemstone. Take a look at this. This is how we start our Wednesday night together with a color changing diaspore. And it is a one only. Remember, throughout this event, this is where you see what you get, and what you see is what you get, and what you get is what you see. So really simple. If you like the piece on the ear, get ready. You're going to be blown away. And I think you're going to like it even better when you see it in person because that tends to be what we hear. So 112-7702 is your item number. Just today, I must say, it must be TVON day. After we go through a couple days without TVON on 7702, I got to say, today's the day I've been receiving a huge volume of emails and messages through socials and whatnot and through directly to my email about rave reviews about the pieces you've been getting. So thank you to everybody. I haven't had a chance because some of them came in right in the couple hours I've been driving. But I got to say, thank you everybody who reached out to rave about your new piece. I'm so glad you love it. And thank you for everybody who reached out. I'm so glad you're loving your pieces. I know I heard from Denise, I heard from Laura, I heard from Donna, I heard from, oh gosh, I don't want to name them because I don't want to forget, but Barbara and one of our newer shoppers, Elizabeth, I heard from her too. So anyway, just that's in the last couple hours. But thank you everybody. Here's our 202 in the color change. This is the color change diaspora, one source stone that changes from champagnes and greens to a beautiful pinky purple color. It also has a link design. That is going to be the curb link. That is a fairly new design for us here that has been very popular in a short amount of time. So if you like a good classic, this is what takes it up a notch. Just gives it a little more uniqueness, a little bit of that unusual kind of style. And of course, this is a square cushion, so that's a little bit more unusual as well. So it's our 202. You've got the 27 points and the diamonds on the sides. It stays in the yellow gold. If you ask me, if you had your choice, which again, what we're seeing is what we get. So it's going to stay in the yellow gold. But even if you had your choice of all 3 gold colors, yellow, white, rose, I would say you're going to stick with the yellow gold on this particular one. And with that done this way, with those diamonds side to side, let's take a look at it. It makes it so simple, but then adds a little step up. And doesn't that look like a round from a distance? It tends to do that when you've got a square cushion where there's a softer corner, a more luxury look like that. You do tend to see a little bit more of a round kind of look. Seeing that here, I'm even seeing some blues come through in that stone. It's fabulous. Let's make it affordable, not $29.99 at all. We're going to make it a very simple, easy, affordable, wonderful way to get a diaspore at a small price with a lot of value and a lot of rarity to it. And this one will not even be close to even $1,500. Come on in. Remember, whatever you see on the air, not actually your lowest price. You've got an extra 10% off coming your way after that. So here we are with a better than even $15 or $14 or $13.99 price tag. This is the way you shop it. It's going to be $9.99 plus we've got an extra 10% off. And you know what that means? That's $8.99 at checkout for just one caller. So good luck on that one. That's a quick, I say good luck because really speed is the most important factor to this shopping event. We know every piece is going to go. We know the values are there. We know the quality is there, but it's really about getting, when you've got a nationwide audience, it's about getting that one caller who loves it first, the opportunity, because obviously a lot of people dialing in at the same time on pieces that are this affordable. So let me know if you'd like it. It's $8.99. We're not waiting for pieces to sell. You know how we are trying to get through as many pieces as possible. And I have, it's been such a blast. I've probably shown you more pieces in the last 3 weeks than we normally get to show in many months. So it's been an exciting time and we'll keep that pace going for you. So let's keep moving. I've got the bracelet. It is a one of a kind, unfortunately. And this is that bracelet that if I show you 111-8109, you're going to instantly recognize it as probably something you saw last week in necklace form. This is the bracelet to match. I'm going to show you it does have the lobster claw closure on one side. And then of course a maximum length. I say maximum because you can use any of those links to secure your closure. So you've actually got an option here to go 7 1/4 or anything less than that if you can handle a little bit of drape that would give. This is all 14 karat gold. It's in the yellow gold as you can see. It's all mirror finished and mirror polished with a link that we call almost like a flattened link. So it gives you a lot more surface area than a typical one does. This is made in Italy. It's called the paper clip multi-link bracelet. And the necklace was here. It already sold. This is the bracelet version. It is 7 1/4 inches maximum. And again, lobster claw closure for you. So there's the one side. You can see how it's nice and oversized as well. Sometimes they're teeny tiny and that makes them very difficult to maneuver. Here's where again your end link, but you can use any of those you'd like. So even for those of you that say, oh, I need like a 6 or I need a 6 1/4 or I need a 6 1/2, here's where you would have a bracelet that's going to work for you as well. And I'm going to make it really easy and affordable here. First caller gets it. It's a solid yellow gold. Those are those links that we love. And what a statement it makes when you see it here on the wrist. I want to show that to you because that's the dimension we're looking for right there. So you can see what a beautiful size. And yet I think a lot of us go to these plain gold links because this is what's timeless. This is what's classic. This is what always looks luxury, even when gold isn't $3,300, $3,400, $3,500 an ounce. So let's make this one a 7 1/4 inch Italian made 14 karat solid gold piece. We're going to send it out of here for less than $1,000 and it's not $9.99. And this would be the time. And don't forget, we're not going by today's gold prices. This was not made today. It was not made yesterday and it wasn't even made a year ago. You see that item number goes back away. So it's actually 111. That's probably why it didn't come up. It's 111-8109. So this is not a new piece. It's been here a while. It feels new because we haven't seen it in a very long time. It's under $500. It's not $499. Come on in. We have one. And this is the moment. Yellow gold only. Basically one size fits most here in the average size. And we'll make it $399 first caller plus an extra $40 off that. So it'll be $359 and change if you'd like to get that beautiful multi-link. You can see how, again, paper clip link, but then again, it's got those more oval and then those more rounded links all the way through. It really goes 3 in 1, all the way through. So that'll be $359 and change if you'd like to go ahead and grab that one. And for everybody who's looking for those affordable Mother's Day gifts, well, guess what? Even though May is around the corner, just a few hours away, we're going to have everything out to you before Mother's Day. Okay, like not out to you, but arriving to you because we can get most things out tomorrow. Most things go out next day, especially something like this that doesn't even need sizing. We're still offering sizing on our rings when we can, but you know what? Most things don't need sizing, so guess what? It goes right out to you the next day, and then you'll have it a day or two later. So let's see who's got it. I think Jason's got that one. Don't forget our diaspore, which is back up close, is still here. If you'd like to get the diaspore, inevitably, it seems like the first item always hangs out, but it's because a lot of people are just a couple minutes to already do the show, but there it is. That was item number 1127702, if you would like it. And here we go. Next up, I actually have something with all the different colors together. Let me know if you want the diaspore. That's $8.99. The necklace or other bracelet is $3.99 minus your 10% off. Now, the next ring is one of those bolder ways. Have you seen this before, where a lot of times designers will do multiple colors? They'll do like a multicolored effect in gemstones. Well, there's usually a way to do that that's a little more affordable, and that's usually with the semi-precious. Like, for example, you use amethyst, citrine, red garnet, peridot, something like that. Maybe they'll throw in a blue topaz for good measure. This is a higher end way to do that multicolored look and effect that we have for you coming up next. So if you like those multicolored looks, if you like something that's going to be the one ring, the one band ring that goes with absolutely everything, any age could wear this, any style could wear this, anything. I mean, honestly, you can wear it by itself or stack it with other things as well. It's totally up to you. But there is a band, which this is one of those that we cannot size only because it's all invisibly set princess cuts. But we upgraded the multicolors by going sapphires, all sapphires, throughout the band, halfway around, side to side. So are you ready? We have 2 sizes available. The good news is there's some of our more popular sizes that we see. One is a 7 1/4. I'll show them to you now. And I'll even, let me point out which is which here, because that is the 7 1/4. Here is the 8, and I'm talking about the ring size. So you've got really blue to purple, blue green to pink, pinky red, even a padbarasha there. It is into that lavender. So 2 really good bands. And even, you know what, I can't say that you might get both in stack because there are different sizes. They stay in the sizes they're in. 1119314 is the item number. However, if you wanted to get, let's say, one for you and a loved one, and you wanted to wear the same ring, you could do that here. Obviously, those are the 2 we have. So again, the one in the foreground is the 7 1/4. The other one that's sitting up top there, it is an 8. So that's what you would get if you choose the 7 1/4 or 8. But let me know which one you like. And a 7 1/4, 8, once they're gone, they're gone. So this is it. Solid 14 karat. And again, the reason it can't be sized, please don't have us size it. Please don't have a jeweler size it on your own, because it can compromise the way that that one row of those gorgeous 6 princess cuts are set. That is called a channel setting or an invisibly setting. Typically we use invisible when it's got multi-rows. This is one row, so it's really one channel. Same thing is happening though. It's all just seamlessly set side by side, no gold, no prongs in between them. You see how essentially one square is exactly next to the other. So you've got 2 different rings here. They're absolutely stunning. They're in solid yellow gold, and by the way, look at this. This is how they're finished on the inside, so plenty comfortable even though it's a band. And then both in the yellow gold stays as is. Now, we have not seen this in a very long time, reflected by that item number. Choose all you get all those beautiful sapphires. They're the top ones in the world, out of Ceylon, which we love to see, and you're getting multiple colors that really go with everything, but they're more of those jewel tones. So instead of getting like a stark rainbow color, I wouldn't say it's really rainbow-esque. I would say it's going to stay within those, really, for the most part, the warmer tones of sapphires that we love. And it's going to be less than $1,000. You can get, again, 7 1/4 or 8. You choose. Again, another one that can be right out to you because no sizing can be done on this one. No gold color change, but the beautiful array and the way they're ombre'd through is really a band that makes it unusual and unique to other pieces. So let's make it easy here. How about instead of $9.99, let's take it even lower. Happy Wednesday, one and all. Glad we have made it through that halfway point of the week. And now ready to get you going with some really fabulous jewelry as, gosh, it's also the last day of April. So really saying goodbye to, here we go, getting closer and closer and closer towards that midpoint of the year here. But you know what? We'll make it easy. $888. That's better. And then it'll be $799. At checkout, you simply just tell me which one you need, and we're going to go ahead right now and make that yours. So let's give it 30 seconds on that band. I know it takes a minute for everyone to arrive on a fabulous Wednesday night when we haven't seen you since a Sunday afternoon, but here we are, ready to go. 20 seconds remaining. Don't forget, we've got an amethyst wheel. All my best amethysts all in one place at one time. The wider bands we love with that those great settings where we see a lot of gold. That's also going to be here with 3 different stones, including one of the rarest on the planet, which I just had a request for a few hours ago. So, you know, if you're out there, Marcy, we've got a Rhodocrosite. No 3 carats, but I've got a big one for you that is a wonderful price tag today. So we've got some really good ones. So I'm glad everybody's with us. We've got a couple of people here hanging out with us online. Love to see that. We can see if we have anything 4 carat in blue wings. I'll tell you what I have. I have a 355, so that's pretty close. So for our YouTube requester, I've got one, and you got it. Thank you so much, Tracy. Thank you for your kind words. Hi, Kirsten. Good to see you with us. And yep, she said it right. Let's get this party started. I agree. So let me know on those bands. We'll have that for our requester who wanted a 4 carat. I do have a 355 Tanzanite. This is what it looks like. We can get to that probably right around the top of the hour. Just want to make sure everyone is with us. That is a serious red flash of an oval. And isn't this a cool setting? Almost like a buckle style style, but not literally, because it's got that one big row wrapping around. And then let me know, Tim, if you'd like the 7 1/4 or 8 as far as the size. And then don't forget, we still have that beautiful bracelet for only $3.99, and the diaspore, which was only $9.99. So some really great buys early on. And really, isn't that what we do all the way through? Yes, it is. One of the most stately stones we have in our entire inventory is here. We will see that as well. You name it, we got it. Tell me what your requests are too. We can help you out with those. Whatever it might be, do let me know so we can help you, and we can really truly find those pieces that you're looking for and need. So come on in and help. Yes. Did you get the bracelet? Oh, good. Who got it? I got it right here, and I'll put it with their name on it. Hi, Donna. Wonderful. Donna already took the bracelet. Okay. And here we go with our next piece. And the next piece tonight, and let me know again, 7 1/4 or 8. Hopefully those work for you. I didn't try them on yet, so you're probably going, I don't know. I don't know. She ain't trying it on. It's probably no good. Well, it's just because, again, getting back in the rhythm of the jewelry here. But take a look at that. That's a beauty, isn't it? And again, one great thing about Invisible Set, not to mention a lot of gold, is that it's flush to that band itself. So there's no prongs, no sharp edges, nothing catching on anything. It's just a beauty. So that one's $8.88. It's really $7.99. So that's going to be for 2 of you. And again, if you want to get both, I would say go ahead. Or you could even stack. A lot of we're seeing right now in jewelry and trending jewelry is really stacking not just down one finger, but across the hand, multiple fingers. Hey, Marcy, she says, I'm here. Oh my goodness. Well, I love that. I speak your name and you are here. I love it. Let me go ahead. You know what, Marcy, let me give you a preview of this one because it's so lovely. And, you know, why not? You're here. You're ready to go. She's been waiting on a collector's Rhodocrosite. Let's go. Let's make this one really, look at that. Look at that. What? Do you guys want to check and see? Never mind. Hold on. Here we go. I'm going, that's not a rhodocrosite. That is. That is in yellow. You know what's funny? We usually see the rhodocrosites in the white. That other one was a Mahanga Spinel. So we do have that as well. Like I said, there's a whole trio of this design. And I was going to put them up together. But you know what? Since if you're looking for a really, really rare stone, like rhodocrosite, that's it. It's going to be item number 1125584. And this is about as lovely as they get because they are stone. First of all, for those who are going, I don't know what a what is it? What are we talking about? This is one of the rarest stones of the world and actually comes from the U.S. of A. We don't always get the privilege of saying we are the home for the best blankety blank blank. We're not. It tends to be stones come from every corner of the globe, and a lot of them come from really obscure, exotic places far, far away at every point and corner of the globe. So I love that we can bring you something that is really beautiful and rare because most of it, even if it exists, it is not of gem quality. So you don't see it often where it's actually a beautifully bright, clean stone that's actually got clarity and glow and beautiful color. They look usually more like little rocks. Little pinkish, reddish, brownish rocks. That's not the case here. This is top, top, top quality, and it's our 70 point in the Sweet Home Mine Rhodocrosite. It comes out of Colorado. Actually, let's take a look at this one. We've got one only. Let's give you a great look at it, staying in the yellow, which is awfully pretty. There's a richness about that I'm very much enjoying, but you're also getting, of course, what? You got the big 53 points in the diamonds set within the band as well. Love seeing that here. And you know what we're going to do? It's a big Wednesday night. We're rocking on with Silver Melted. We've got probably just a few days left of that, and then we are going to be heading on out. So this is our 53 points and yellow gold, and let me try it on because if you're not familiar with this mounting, it's one of the wider ones we've created in the last several years. So it's giving you a lot of wow factor. And then how about that radiant cut? And radiant it is. So aptly named because that Sweet Home Mine material, about as sweet as it gets, there's just a teeny tiny bit of golden undertone to what is really a pinky red, beautiful, rich, saturated look. There you can see it in the yellow, which again, they look great in both colors. They really do. Even rose I don't mind with this stone, but I gotta say, that yellow gold adds a richness, and yellow gold's more expensive than any other metal. People say, oh, well, I wish it was in platinum. Well, do you? Because gold is a lot more highly valued. So this is where it has been for a while. So this is an important way to go. And you've got a beautiful, beautiful band, all mirror finish. Love the way the diamonds are also, again, set down into the band itself. And this is what's so shocking. Here's a piece that used to be $69.99, okay? Rhodocrosite is one of those that tends to strike fear in the hearts and minds of collectors. Because if you find one that's gem quality, that's bright, that's rich, that's all the things, what does it usually do? It's usually really, really expensive. Because they are usually so cloudy and so not of gem material. They usually tend to be more specimens in gem material, like rocks and loose, like rocks that you would maybe house on a on the shelf of a curio cabinet instead of in jewelry. And so to have a gem quality stone of a good size, where a 70 pointer may not be a big deal in amethyst, it may not be a big deal in tanzanite, but rhodocrosite on the other hand is one of those stones that just does not readily arrive to us in big sizes. That's just not how Mother Nature made it. So it is really important when you see a 70 pointer like that, and it's not going to be $7,000. We have one. It's a huge value. Let me give you a better value than where it's even supposed to go, because at $39.99, that's a deal. We could take $400 off that, or we can make it even lower to get this one a home. So all you need to do is call me, because obviously there's enough collectors. We always have more collectors out there than we have collectible pieces, because I've got one of everything pretty much. So this is it. And it's not going to be $39 or $29 or $25 either. This is only $19.99 for tonight, and it's going to be another $200 off that price. So $1,799 gets you the rhodocrosite in the yellow gold. So pretty fabulous piece, I must say. And that is going to be a big, big extra discount, $200 saved. Why not? That's a beautiful one to add to the collection if you don't already have one. It's amazing, amazing bright, pinkish bright. But do you see that little bit of, especially where the V-shaped scissor facets meet in the middle, it gives you a little bit of that subtle golden glow as an undertone to your beautiful reds and pinks. And I'm so proud we have one at a discount. That's not typical. It's not a stone that you'd even usually give on discount, but you know us, when we say let's move jewelry, we don't mean one or two things. We don't mean selective pieces. We mean the entire inventory is eligible to be discounted, and that's what we've been doing, seeing them out the door. So this is the time to pick it up right now, and here we go. Let's keep on moving. That one's here too. All right, next up, we're going to give you, if this isn't the sweetest piece. Now, this may not be for everybody, but I got to say, for those of you that like a little more whimsical and something different and really special in your jewelry, please allow me to show you and introduce you to something that I would like to name. I'm going to leave it to you, the new owner, to name it, or name him, because this is just too cute. And yet also really, really well made. It's just one of those that's going to be a little bit trickier to show you. But let me do my best here to show you what is an entire necklace here in this really sweet little Cupid. Isn't he adorable? And that is just so cool. This to me, see, for somebody who's like getting married or engaged, right? Someone who's found the love of their life, this would be what I would give. It's so much just more unusual than like, here's your heart pendant, because I know you're in love. There's nothing wrong with heart pendants, but that is just the way that just has so much detail. How about that brush finishing on Cupid himself in the white metal there, which I'm going to check for you here. It's item number 1127187. It'll be better to just hold him up here so you can see what he looks like. So you can see this great design that's all going to be set against the chain. So what it does is it's actually going to be ready to go as a necklace. This is not a pendant that you're going to need a separate chain for. It's coming with this chain. It's all attached so that he can sit properly. He's so dimensional. You've got 18 karat brushed white gold with the bow and arrow done in the yellow gold that's all mirror finished, and that's going to be 16 inches in length. So it's a spring ring clasp. It's a quite, I would say, a quite substantial chain to it. It's got that nice, bigger Rolo to it as well, but it's going to be 1 inch in the drop, and then you've got the 16-inch in the chain. I'll show you what it looks like over here on the neckline as well, so you get another, just a better gauge of the size, I would say, but you can really see the detail and what that's all about. So that's a beautiful, beautiful piece, and just the sweetest. And again, what designer jewelry is all about is getting sweet pieces that have something different. And again, not everyone's going to have. And I think that's what a lot of us seek out at this point is, okay, I've got a good collection. I know what I have, and I know what everyone else has got. I'm admiring jewelry every day on different ladies, and this is where I get something a little bit different. Let me zoom back so you can see him all upright. But this one's going to be actually $9.99 as well. So we can make it super simple and easy, very, very affordable, and only $9.99. But that comes down another $100 as well. So you can see there the dimension, everything from the detail of, it's actually, his hair and wings are actually a little bit more mirror finished, and then the rest the satin finishing there, and then you've got his little sash, and that's, I guess, his, where he keeps his bow and arrows. Anyway, it's going to be $8.99 if you'd like to get that. So that's a really cool piece, lots of gold to it, and remember, it's all 18 karat, and here's how it's finished in the back as well. So you can just see that detail. I mean, it really is. It's detailed all the way. I mean, that's very detailed through the back, isn't it? Through the back side, if you will. Yep, got his little backside there. All right, so that one should be gone, and then we've got another pendant to take a look at, and this one also very, very special. This one looks like an antique to me. It looks, now keep in mind, we don't sell used jewelry, we don't sell state pieces, we just sell the best of the best in brand new. But this has, sometimes you'll see those little vintage inspired designs where you've got something to it that gives it a little more of an old world type of vintage estate type of look. This is going to be east to west now on the wheel. When you have it on, as you'll see in moments, it's going to be north to south on your neckline. It's 112, 3530, and it's a very important piece as well because this is pink sapphire. It's our 18 karat gold yet again. So far we've seen a lot of beautiful high-end gold, that's for sure. But now you're getting that really spectacular 18 karat white gold, 48 points in the diamonds. A lot of beautiful mill grain to it as well. That is our pink sapphire in the middle with 20 points in diamonds to go along with it. And this is coming with an 18-inch chain, but this one's fully adjustable. So you can do whatever you need to make it a little shorter if you wish, to make it obviously up to 18, but you can also really fine tune it. It's not just the O-rings of here's 1 inch and 2 inches and 3 inches of difference. You're actually going to be able to really customize it for what you need. So it's a beauty, and it is a great way to go if you like a big necklace with a pink sapphire. And here's what it looks like. And you can actually play with it a little bit. There's a bail opening on either side. So actually the way you were seeing it on the wheel could be the way you wear it as well. But there you can see the length of it. I'm going to show it to you in ruler form as well. But if you want to take the chain off and wear it east to west, there's a bail on either side that's going to allow you to do that as well. Here's what it looks like lengthwise. So you can see the length overall is going to be 7/8 of an inch from top to bottom. And then we'll take it on over as soon as I show you this chain, which there's your adjustability. So it's easy as sliding that little bead. Slide it over, make it shorter if you'd like. Here's what it looks like against the neckline. And again, you could wear it up here, you could wear it here. You could wear it right there. You could wear it all the way down to here. So 18 inches maximum, but really fine tune it as you like. But it's got those little cutout details and some open work to it, that almost laciness that mill grain provides. And it's just really well done. And yet it's a lot of that 18 karat gold, including the chain. And we'll make it, you know what? So this is where we're getting into a little more exotic and what should be a little more expensive jewelry. Not tonight. One caller takes it, and let's even come in a little closer here and look at all those details. There's that mill grain. There are the big diamonds through the middle that really line up with the pink sapphire. Then you get that a little bit smaller pavé on the sides, but again, can be worn either way. You can utilize it how you wish. But that's going to be down to, let's just take the $39.99 piece, make it affordable anyways, send it right on out. We'll make that one $9.99 as well. And then we will have had everything here in the show under $1,000 so far. Now, I wish we could do a whole 3 hours, but the truth is a lot of us like to get those museum pieces in the higher end as well in a show like this one, because obviously that's where you have the most savings as well. So something to keep in mind as we take a look at a request here coming up for Susan. And both pieces for Susan. We've got a pink diaspore. Susan, we've also got an orange zircon. So we're going to show you two great options in the hourglass mounting. Is that a coincidence, or does she happen to like that mounting? Very nice. Anything in the hourglass mounting. Well, we've got two pieces for you, Susan. So we'll show it next. I mean, that's how it's done. You can really, a lot of people like to make a request based on a certain item or a stone, but you actually get the option, not sure, say, I like this mounting. What do you have in that mounting? And let's see if anything works for Susan. So we're going to start with, let's start here. This is a really good radiant cut diaspore. And then I also have, you know, it is a mounting suited well for cushions, emerald cuts, and radiance. And there is the kind of like a modified emerald cut. It's not a exact emerald cut, but yeah, close enough. It's got a little, feels like it's a little rounded. But you know what, it's an emerald cut. And then we've got the radiant cut behind it. So you can choose which one you like. Two different stones here, the diaspore here in the purple, and then this is a zircon in the back. So we'll start with the diaspore. It's going to be item number 0905. That starts with a 112. And then you have a really fabulous 284 on that emerald cut lavender, which is that pink diaspore. I know it's a bit of a misnomer because it's definitely got a purple lavender type look to it, doesn't it? But you've got this hourglass shape, as I call it. The gold actually is wider but presses in and is subtly concave. And then you also have the big diamond that's a directly east and west that is really in the middle of this great kind of parentheses design, but parentheses going the opposite way, and yet a beautiful look with the mirror finish. They'll both stay in the yellow gold. We have one of each, and again, whichever one you like, they're really affordable. We'll talk about the zircon as well if you'd like to go more into those warm tones of having like what looks like a diamond that's cognac, because it's got orange and brown, yellow and red all together in the same stone. That's called a hyacinth zircon or a bronze zircon, really, when you see that gorgeous radiant cut that's on the right of your screen. So two great options, different stones stones, but we thought we'd show Susan what's available in the hourglass shape mounting. Take a look at this. We've got, by the way, that's going to be on the zircon. It's going to be 5236 on the right side. Do you see it flashing? It's got, yes, a bronzy tone overall, but look at the bright reds coming through. Bright yellows as well, coming through really, really well. So if you'd like the diaspore, that's going to be the 284 with the 20 points in diamonds. If you like the zircon, that's actually a 3 carat with 20 points in diamonds. The diamond weight is obviously the same. The yellow gold stays the same. We're going to size them for you. I will make this diaspore. This is the more rare of the stones. Of course, that pink diaspore only comes out of Afghanistan. That is a rare, rare find. They actually stopped mining after 30 days. It would be a headline if someone stopped a mining production after 30 years. It was 30 days, this was only about a year or two ago. It was 30 days, and it was because usually you stop mining production. Really, there's one of two reasons. Usually there's either no gem material left or something happens where it's really just far too dangerous to continue operations. This was actually the latter, where it was actually it's a tough place in the world to mine anyways, but it also happened to be, once word got out that there was some diaspore that was pink variety being mined out of this one source, that was a really big breaking news story in the gem world. So it became really dangerous to be there. So they just closed production. It just stopped. So I don't know. Consider it a hiatus for now, but I would say very unlikely that we see that mining venture start up anytime soon. So it makes an already rare stone even more rare. And yet we have one of the stones here, and we're really proud that we can bring you something from that Goshta mine in Afghanistan. Take a look at this. It is going to be affordable either way. We're going to get the pink diaspore, which definitely has that lavender color to it. We're going to make it under $2,000 and get it less than $19.99. Actually, we'll go $15.99 on that diaspore, and even more affordable if you want the zircon in the back. That is going to be $999 for the zircon. If you'd like to get that one, and it's in yellow gold, both of them in yellow gold. Let me try them on for you as well, although it sounds like she knows the mounting well. But here's the pink diaspore first, so we'll start there, and then I'll have the zircon beside it if you're having a tough time deciding. But look what that emerald cut does. Look how bright that stone is. Here is the zircon right beside it. So you can see, even though those carat weights are a little bit different, they're giving similar sizes as far as dimension. And then you can see the beautiful cutting that they have. So $15.99, that's for up top here, and then only $9.99 on the zircon. So you let me know which one you prefer, and then we will help you out there. All right, coming up, we're on our way. And again, that's a really cool stone. See how it's really many, many colors all in one. Of course, that double refraction still showing up beautifully. And then here is the diaspore. And then let me know, we'll give those 30 seconds if they even need that. And again, you let me know, Jason, if you're thinking about it. Again, the zircon on the right is the $9.99, the diaspore on the left. Thank you so much. So actually, okay, we're verifying the zircon right now. Let you know if that's indeed spoken for. And then we've still got our little cherub and our pink sapphire necklace. And we have a blue sapphire pendant coming up for you as well. A lot of these pieces don't need sizing. And then let's get to our amethyst, shall we? I know we get a lot of requests every day for amethyst. We do a whole different variety than what you're used to seeing elsewhere. And so I've got some really good pieces in amethyst to show you. Yes. Oh, okay, that's no problem. All right, the diaspore is actually gone. That's why I always wait a beat there. So the diaspore is gone. The zircon for $9.99 is here. So well done. Congratulations if you do get it. All right, coming up, that's $8.99 at checkout, and that's a really attractive stone, isn't it? So thank you on the diaspore. And then now it's time for our big amethyst wheel. We're going to show you 4 important pieces that are still, once again, you'd think with amethyst, maybe we could get you more than one. Actually, no, I have only one of each, and some of which, when I tell you that we have the best quality, that's to be expected. It's TVON. So you know every time you tune in and see that logo, you know that. You know instantly. But what I love about this wheel is this is beyond just best quality of amethyst. The stones that I have here, and we're starting with the rose gold, which is a great option, but look at this. That is not a normal round. That is not a normal trillion cut. This is not a normal cut. That's like a floral, like a tree foil, if you will, like triple, like foil, just that tree foil design. We've got a round that's modified, a trillion that is modified, and then let's bring you, oh, this one is gonna go in a hurry. That is a heart shape, not just any heart shape. a checkerboard faceted. I want every one of them to get front, center stage here. I'm going to put the rose gold in the back for the moment, and we're going to let the heart shape be up front with those diamonds that go around one side, and then that is all custom made. Everything is. Look at that. That is a trillion, but look, it's got extra fastening. You see that? That's not a flat table facet. That's got extra fastening which contributes. And then you've got this really fancy trefoil that also has fancy cutting on the inside as well as the perimeter. Here's that not normal round. That is a fancy cut. See how it's got little notches along the entire edge? That one's going to be in rose. The rest are all in white. Remember, they do stay in the gold color they're in, but there's a reason why 34 minutes into a Wednesday night, these are here. And that reason is because I wish I had 100 of everything. Quite frankly, we would need it. They are what you see is what you get. I know if you're not familiar with this event, I have one of everything. What you see on the air is what you get and what we send out to you. The difference is when it's sent out to you, it's going to be in your size, custom made. So when I say that, the mounting is sizable. Every one of them is. We're going to size it for you, exact size you need, whether that's a full size, quarter, half, or 3/4 size. You got it. And that's free. And then we've got all these pieces coming down to a crazy low price as well, even when they're those beautiful fancy cuts that we love. So something different there, something bold, something unique. And no one else has these cuts. That's what you got to remember. We take the best amethyst out of Brazil in the first place, which has that deeper saturation. I mean, lavenders are beautiful, but this is a whole different realm you're getting into. These are not lavender. They are bright, rich, purple tones that are so intense they give you blues and reds together. As we look at this wheel, pick your favorite, but really hustle to the phone lines to let us know which one you like, because again, the big event has been really all about make sure you dial in early because you will miss out if you're a little bit late. If you're waiting for the price tag to come around, chances are it's going to be long gone. So come on in early, early, early this wheel. I think we know what this sale, and I think that's why so many people are comfortable saying sold early, is because if anything, we've been surprising you in the best way where the price tags have gone lower than you might have anticipated. And that is impressive and important. So welcome in. And this is going to be, again, white gold, white gold, white gold, except the one rose gold in the back for that modified round. I'll walk you through the carat weights because they're all big. This is the 3 carat 93. I'm going to go up in ascending order. So that's the 393 with 12 points in diamonds. Look out for your favorite. Then the next size up would be the round in the back and the rose gold. That's a 441, 12 points in diamonds, one bezel set on one side and the rest wrapping around the other. And then the next size up is the 460 trillion. It's right there. That is the trillion cut, fancy trillion cut. That's the 460 with 14 points in diamonds. And then our largest of them all is right up front. That is the 5 carat 90 heart-shaped amethyst. It is a modified heart shape. It has checkerboard fastening. It's set on its side. It's all February's birthstone, but the best variety of, and we don't have a caller yet. Oh no. Well, it's Wednesday. So here we go. Well, come on in. As every minute that goes by on a Wednesday, we start to have people, it dawns on everybody. Oh my gosh, it's TVON's back. Oh my gosh, Wednesday night, I got to get to a TV. I got to get to my phone. I got to get to my computer. I've got to get to TVON. This is that important moment where you are about to see a discount that is so big. Again, gold is doing, I know you're probably hearing it everywhere. Every time you turn on the TV, gold, 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 gold. What it's doing makes these rings impossible to make at this price I'm about to give you. So come on in, because if you think the amethyst is worthwhile, well, guess what? It is more money to produce the gold by itself than what I'm offering all four on this wheel. It's a blowout. It's not just a quartet. That sounds pretty, but it's a blowout on all of this jewelry. And nothing up here is going to be $1,000. Now, operators, I do only have one of each. Let me know which one you're thinking about. They're all big. We can walk you through. Remember, that's almost a 6 carat. Every one of them. That smallest one is nearly 4 carats. Everything else in between. Let's make it even better than $999, $888. I'm here to move them. And we are blowing out every last piece. Pieces in which you can watch every minute of every show I do here and not see those pieces. And now we're bringing them down below $888. This is jewelry that is practically free. It is, and we're blowing them out right now for $799 a ring. Which one? Which one? Trillion first. All right, let me try that on for you. I think that one's gone. That's item number 111, 1884. Take a look at that trillion on the hand, and that one is gone. Congratulations on that one. Look at that fabulous cut there. Really prismatic and awesome. So the trillion's gone. We have the heart shape, the trefoil, and of course the modified round. Let me know which one you're thinking about next. Jason, go ahead. Which one do you like? I love these. Which one? Which one? Okay, heart shape, that one's gone. I'm gonna try it on for them real quick so they can see that side to side design that we have. There's the heart shape, and that is the prettiest ring, isn't it? Really cool way to do a heart shape. 111 7885 is gone. In the white gold, that was the 590 with the 19 points. In diamonds, we have 2 left. The modified round or the trefoils. We go back up close and take a look at our remaining options here together. The rose gold and the modified round, which kind of wraps around it, and then the trefoil, yes. Yes, it is. The heart is gone. We have the trefoil and the round. And by the way, it's $80 off that. So it's really only $7.19 and change to get your favorite modified round in rose or the trefoil in the white gold. And then we do have a Tanzanite coming up later. We have a Tanzanite we'll do at the top of the hour, which is only 20 minutes from now. Looking forward to that. We've got our last call on those 2 amethyst rings. What a beautiful way to get amethyst. Please don't wait if you want to upgrade your own that you've had for years, or you're just ready for a really spectacular, bright, rich, maybe it's not been a stone that has ever caught your eye, and now you see these really rich Brazilian stones and you realize this is where I need to go to be shopping whatever category of gems you want, and it's $7.99, but you get an extra $80 off that too. Okay, let's get to, speaking of trillions, we have a trillion blue sapphire pendant. I have the most stunning Sierra Santa Maria stiletto style pendant with chain. That is also here. And then we also have a beautiful golden pearl. I just had somebody ask me the other day, I was really enjoying, I had a new friend who was telling me all about her love of jewelry, and really just, she's someone that does very well for herself. She's all about designer jewelry. And her favorite stone, she was saying, is golden pearl. And she says, at this point, I can't even afford them anymore. I used to be able to go in and go to that famous design house and, you know, see what they had, drop $150,000 and get a beautiful pearl ring. Now, she can't even find them anymore. And I said, well, come check it out. We've got a golden pearl right here. They are so exotic and so rare. And I think people think pearls and we lump them together in one big category, and we never think about, no, golden pearls are a little different. And this is that champagne tone of golden pearl, which I think is so elegant. And it's item number 11259332. 2 of our amethyst pieces are still here. So if you'd like to go ahead and capitalize on either one of those, please let me know. This golden pearl, though, is one of our very, very best. And when it comes to all the different pearls we bring, from Tahitian black pearls and everything, every color that they include, which is the silvers, the grays, the more deep color charcoals, and the real true black pearls, to the pinks we haven't seen them in a while, but there used to be pinks here on occasion. Pink pearls are rare, but there's nothing that is going to be as valuable or as rare or specialty as the golden pearl, and we've got a 13 millimeter. So it's like, I mean, imagine if I came on the air and said I had a 5-carat diamond tonight or a 6-carat diamond. Y'all know we don't have that kind of material typically. And I know it's harder to gauge with pearls because we don't see them as often as we do diamonds, but that is a really large size of pearl. And to get a 13 millimeter and to get it be in that perfect round, because that's what we also want. We want blemish free, we want perfect round, and keeping in mind that these grew under the most unusual and rare and really difficult of circumstances within a living organism. That's why they're organic gems. So it had to develop really against all odds to be that perfect round, amazing color of pearl, and yet it is huge in size, and it's going to be our 61 points in those lovely, beautiful Tigger egg baguettes that are actually 3 of them on each side that just line up here. Isn't that beautiful, the way those look and the way they're side by side, so they're really creating that beautiful shimmering effect on either side. There's also a trillion shaped or trillion tipped prong that is really holding that stone. So that even is decorative. They've thought of every designer element you could ever put into one ring. And it's going to be, let's see, 18 karat solid gold. This is a one only. And of course, you know that by now. And look at the inside. There's even a finished under gallery behind the pearl. And we'll take you on a tour of the pearl. Round and round we go. And this is as close up as we can give you. That's the other thing. Look at how perfect. I mean, I know, just you expect a 13 millimeter more likely to have big blemishes in the same way a 5-carat diamond would have likely more of the inclusions. But look what's happening right here. Stunning. Let's take a look at it on the hand here and get ready for a big blowout price. This is just beautiful. It's a lot of 18 karat gold, yellow gold, which is great because it matches that ring and that look, and this is just that glow. Look at that under those bright lights. Not always a friendly light environment for pearls, but look at how that pearl is still glowing under these really harsh lights. And I'll make this easy. Supposed to be $79.99. Got a big value here for one caller only, and this will be a quick one. It is, and it is. Really just one of those deals that everyone thinks, oh, pearls, they're just white pearls, right? I can get them for like $50 at the street corner. No, you cannot, not when it comes to golden pearls. Not when you are at the couture level of the golden variety you see here, which is so far and away beyond the most rare. And it's not going to be 79, 69, 59, 49, 39, 29. This is already a value like no other we have in pearls. You're not even paying $19.99. This is that one important pearl that you should have, especially if you're a pearl collector. This is the way you go. Take a look at it. It is not going to be $19.99. We have got one. Reminder, you need to dial in quickly. Otherwise, the pieces are going to be going and gone before you can even say sold. And it's not going to be $19, $18, even $17.99. We will take, I mean, my goodness, take it for the gold alone if you just want it for that mounting. The way gold is going, you know how important that mounting is on its own. Holding such a large pearl, I'll make it $17.77 plus an extra 10% off. And that's the way you shop right here and now. And that'll be $15.99. We have diamond bands. Hey, guess what else is here? The famous best-selling Northstar pendant last call. And you know what else I have? The big gold hoops that, I mean, are chunky gold, but like really petite in their diameter, so they're really everyday wearable. Everybody's been asking me for these hoops. You see me wearing something similar every day. We have got something for you coming up in one of each color. So you want to see something go quickly? We've got the everyday wearable must-have all mirror finished hoop coming up next, and that is our golden pearl. $17.77 reminder turns into $15.99. So please make sure you get that for your pearl collection. That is a really good one, and that price tag is amazing. There's only 6 diamonds in the whole piece, by the way, so they're averaging over 10 points in diamonds per tapered baguette. Gotta love that. All right, we're moving on, keeping it going here. And again, I'm moving before pieces sell, so feel free to call after the fact and check on availability. Now, this is going to be, I don't recall ever showing these to you ever on the air. So this is an exciting moment for hoop lovers, especially since that's the #1 request I get is, show me just plain gold hoops. Give me the hoop that you always wear. Give me the hoop that I always see you wearing, because why do I wear this every day? Well, when you try on a couple hundred pieces of jewelry a day, you have to put on an earring that's going to go with all of it, right? And that's also going to be seen from a distance away. If I wear a little basic stud, you'd go, oh, look, she's not wearing an earring, so that's sweet. Instead, this is what we're looking for, and when it comes to high style earrings right now, we all want the tire hoop. That's what this is called, that big, chunky, rounded, really beautiful surface area of what we call the tire hoop. So I don't know if I have these front, back, and I really, again, I could spend hours polishing these. So let me make sure I can do my best here to make sure they look their best. And this is the rose, the white, and the yellow, of which I only have one of each. So no, they are not going to last. And this is a half an inch diameter, which we know how popular that half-inch style is. That comfortable, wearable, everyday style. You can see all 3 gold colors I have for you. It's 1118101 is the item number, and we have one in each color, and they will fly. They're going to be a lot of gold. They're 6 millimeters wide, by the way, so that's a really good size. I will try one on, because all those measurements, I can give you all the measurements in the world, half-inch in diameter, 6 millimeters wide, solid gold hoop, but it still, I think, really helps to see them on. So that's what I'm going to do for you next. We'll show them to you here, and they have a click enclosure, so from the side profile, still all mirror finish. Take a look on the hand here. So this is going to be how they open and close. You just literally click them open. So it's going to click close, and they're going to open like so. So it opens up nice and wide. You have full easy range of motion there to put them on. You're going to hear them click when they're locked. This is the way they look from a distance away. So it's an inner diameter. They're actually, I would actually call these more of a 5/8 of an inch hoop, because it's really, yeah, it may be inner diameter of a half, but you know what? That's the length they're giving you, and then you'll see them on. So 5/8 of an inch, again, 6 millimeters is the width. And this is the earring where if you wanted to stack them up, boy, that was easy to put on too. Wow, that was about as simple as it gets. And I would say that if you like a bigger, bolder look in a hoop that is for a 2nd or 3rd piercing, I think you can make them work there as well. But look how beautiful they are. And again, all that high style, all that high shine. They are, again, you'll know the way to put them on because they only open one way. So you'll know what's front and back, even though they're identical. So even if someone sees you from behind or from the back or from the sides, they still have a lot of mirror finished gold presence, and they look amazing. So let's get them out the door. They're not even going to be, let's do this. I'm thinking 888, but you know, I like these prices on the bag. I don't love the prices sometimes. We got to make sure the phones are rocking all night long. We've got 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's it. We got to move a lot of jewelry in that time. So here's how we do this. Because when you sell one of a kinds all day, it's really tough to keep the lights on, right? You got to sell a lot of them. You got to make it up in volume. That's tough to do when we got one of everything. So means I got to show you like 500 items a day. So it's really tough to do in 3 hours. White gold's already gone. They're not 888 though. Which one? So rose is gone, white is gone, yellow gold's remaining, and I'll make them even better. How about this? $499 a pair. They'll be $450, well actually under that, at checkout. And Andy, you do have the white? Oh, okay, white and yellow, and you've got the rose, right? Tim, are you still getting the rose? All right, those sold out. Congratulations, those are gone. Faster than I could even put them up or explain them, they're gone. Let's get to our next gorgeous pendant. This is a no sizing needed, just like the earrings. Look at that. Trillion cut, blue sapphire. See, everyone's been waiting on hoops like that. I just wish I had, yep, a lot of them. We don't. So congrats, they're all sold out. Here we go with item number 112, 4478. Then I've got some other requests to bring you. But here we go with this trillion cut blue sapphire. I got to come back in close. You just saw we just had 3 pairs of earrings up there. So we're going to come back to our normal depth here. Take a look at that sapphire. It's a 107. This is also set in 18 karat solid gold. If you have questions on anything you saw earlier, there's plenty of jewelry still here. So let me know what you'd like and we'll help you out. But that's our trillion cut 107 sapphire. It is that rich royal blue without being too oversaturated. And then diamonds right up top in the bail. And that one's going to be white gold, carat 07, 3 points in diamonds. I'll show it to you from a distance. You provide your chain. Yes, it'll be a diamonds by the yard fit, meaning the bail is big enough for your DBTYs that you love to use. This is simple, this is every day, but it is a rare cut. It's not usual or typical to see a trillion cut blue sapphire. They're much more commonplace in the ovals and maybe even the rounds. But there's your half-inch style. We'll take a look at it on the neckline from a distance, and then you can see what it's going to look like on you. And we're going to make it very, very affordable right now. This one's going to go in a hurry. It is not going to be. I love that we used to have this for $32.99. We're going to go back up close. Look at that bright shining blue from a distance. It's still got that richness, that saturation we want to see. And this one will be so much better than even $9.99. Come on in early. We're getting things rolling here. 2 hours remaining tonight. The inventory is going, and we're going to make this $888 instead. And then we've got more link style bracelets coming up. 2 more as a matter of fact. So we got 2 more options in yellow gold bracelets coming your way, one with diamonds and one, ooh, they both have diamonds actually, and they're fantastic. All right, so more gold bracelets coming up next. We'll give you 2 great choices on the way. Let me know if you'd like that blue sapphire. It'll be $7.99. And then we have, one's almost an ID style and the other's a curb link. 2 looks that we're familiar with here on the air. I'm going to start with these. Let's see. I'm going to start with them on the wrist here because I think that's the best way, first of all, to gauge the size and to gauge how they're going to look on your wrist. But then we're going to talk about the adjustability they give. I've got, first of all, we're going to start with the triple ID style, which I say triple ID because when you see it here on my wrist, it's up top there. It's actually got 3 of those diamond sections. So it's meant to go about 3/4 of the way around with the diamonds. So you see here, one is up here, and then 2 and 3. So, all right, sapphire pendant's gone. Congratulations. This is not going to flip when you secure it either, as long as you secure it tight enough to where it doesn't want to rotate all over. This is the diamond curb link version we have. So we have 2 different options. I'm not sure who requested these, but we have 1127,696. First of all, up here at top, that's the triple ID is what I'm calling it because it's got a little bit of that ID look where we did our own customizable ID bracelets, but they are not available anymore. They're done. So now we've got the paperclip link, both paperclip links actually, and then this one's going to feature that curb link style. That's going to be item number 1127841, and that's going to have 40 points in diamonds in the 14 karat yellow gold. They're both going to stay in the yellow gold. They're both adjustable. So you've got, I'll show you here, they've both got those lobster claw closures, and then you've got adjustability. So 7 inches maximum. You can make them a little shorter as you need to by utilizing any of those lengths you want. And here's what I'll do. On the value, we're going to make them, let me just make sure they sit properly here, and then we're going to give you a choice of, on either one, if you would like to do the actually, let me just make this easy. Let's just make them the same price. Whichever one you like, $999. minus 10%. So you've got another $100 coming off that. One's 33 points in diamonds, which is the third. The other is 40 points in diamonds, and that's going to be the curb link at 40 and the triple ID that you see on the left at 33 points, both in solid 14 karat yellow gold in the links design. So huge value. One only on the curb link. I've actually got 3 available on the ID style, all identical. Let me show you what they look like up close as well. For example, here's the curb link, which is 7841. You can see that here, just so you can see the diamonds, and you can see how it's finished on the inside. So that's our curb link design. And then the other one, which I anticipate, because there were a lot of you asking me for the ID style, and we don't have it any longer, but there it is with a similar look. And you've got 3 sections of pave. Also, that's going to be the 33 points in diamonds, and that one's going to be $9.99 as well. So 2 great options in gold and diamond bracelets. We'll move on. Again, our sapphire piece, that was the sapphire pendant sold. Let me bring out something even more. Really, the bright blues, but even more so in this style. This is Aquamarine, and some of the most, honestly, they could pass for cornflower blues. They're so rich in color. And you've got 3 different aquamarines all separated by diamonds, and it's a trio really, if that number 3 is significant. You've got 3 aquas, you've got 3 sections of diamonds, there are 3 diamonds in each section. It's a pretty cool ode to the number 3 here. Item number is 1128003. Those last 2 bracelets are still here. I'm going to keep moving because we've already got hour number 1 almost done. So we want to make sure we move as quickly as we can to show you everything here. Plus a lot of pieces from earlier are going to be going out the door also. But this is 1128003. It's going to be our carat 30 total in those Sierra Santa Maria aquamarines, and look how beautiful they are. Saturated as can be. They're from Brazil, from a mine that no longer produces. It's the best color in the world, you can see that, and 36 points in diamonds as well. Now also, this is going to come with a chain, so that you're set to go there. You've got your chain, the proper chain really included with it. That's going to be a box link chain. It is adjustable, so 18 inches maximum. You can make it shorter as you see fit, but it's in the white gold. It looks fabulous. You've got the box link. I'm going to make it really easy, and it's going to be under $39.99 for the first time, and we're going to take it a lot lower than that. And then we got a bunch of great museum pieces on the way, but I do want to show this to you from a distance because it's got that longer length that we don't always see, but is very, very pretty when it's on. Very feminine, very pretty. It's got some open work to it, so if you wanted to use a different part of the pendant, you could. I wouldn't see any reason to do that. I think you want that top to bottom look, but look how lengthy that is. 2 inches in length. Let me show you with the measurement here, and then we'll get it a great look on the neckline as well. Just want to show you there that it is exactly 2 inches, top to bottom, and those aquas. Oh, is it just possible the further away we go, the more and more blue color you see? Here's what it looks like on the neckline as well. And don't forget, you can make that chain any length you wish. And so it's going to be a really beautiful way where you can wear it higher, because remember, there's a lot of length to the pendant. So even if you're not a 16 or 17 inch necklace girl, you might consider that here because you got to accommodate the longer length of the pendant. So that's what it looks like from a distance away. Still those blues. So saturated, so rich. Let's take it up close and make it a whole lot better than even $29 or $19.99. This one's under $1,500. I'll make it $12.99 one collar. That's it. It's going to be $130 off that price. And then we've got diamond earrings coming up. You know how limited we were on the hoops? Pretty much a similar situation on diamond studs that have a surrounding halo as well. So we got $12.99 on that one. And again, all 3 of those diamond sections could act as a bail if you want to, but just an option. You could also, I could see maybe going through, if you could actually put this chain through any one of these sections. You could wear it east to west, and it would actually do like a curve like our smile necklace does. So just an option there. You can get creative with the way you go ahead and put your chain through it, so you can make it a different look every time. Okay, so Jackie, she's got some requests here. So how about green zircons for Jackie? We've got 2 to take a look at for you. I'm going to show you a 360 and a 233 coming your way on the green zircon front. Let's get those up here. And again, last call on that aqua. Melt it down if we need to in the 18 karat gold. Here are the 2 zircons we have. Wow, that one's going to be tough to top, right? That's what we're thinking until we see that one go, no, that one's good too. It's just a slightly different shade of green, but both giving more electricity and more brilliance and more of a truly almost like secondary blue and golden color than zircons usually do in this colorway. First of all, item number is 1126207 on the left side. So that's how we'll begin. with that fiery, bright 2-carat 33 Roval stone. Then you have the more traditional oval on the right side, which is going to be your larger of the two, little deeper color, but still has those flashes of blues and yellows coming through as well. And we have a 233 or a 360. Let me know which one you like, because remember, they are one of a kind and they will stand the white gold. So it's obviously our preference in the zircons. The designers know what they're doing. They've got either zircon and the white gold. One has 70 points in diamonds. That's the 233. Kind of keeps it classic. I would say both are pretty classic in their styling, in that they're both variations of a halo. The 233 little variated halo with a little extra diamonds on the sides. The other one a real true classic halo. Let's go take a look at them and get you a great value here on the 233 or the 360. The other one's going to be 5680. That's the right side of your screen. That would be the 360 with 50 points in diamonds. So bigger stone, little less diamond weight. Just go with which one you like the color on better. I mean, there's just, that's really the obvious way. Color's the most important factor in any colored gem. So you're going to go with the color you like the best. So 5680 on the right, 6207 on the left. Let me know which one you like. Same price. Actually, let me do this. Let me take the 230 a little lower. I'm going to get the 360, which is here, which is 5680. That's the 360 with the half carat and diamonds spread apart a little bit, but put together with that basket on the sides. Let's do this one for only 1,000. Not, you know what? Skip 19. What's that? Did you say you lost me? Check, check. Oh, okay, good. I didn't know what Tony said. I thought he said he lost me. You didn't lose me? Okay. So 360, 360, 50 points in diamonds is going to be only $12.99. The other one is going to be even less. $9.99 on the 233. So 5680 on the right side, $12.99. Then item number 6207 on the left side is going to be $9.99. So we'll get you even more affordable. And that's how we'll do it. So 360 only going to be $12.99, and then $9.99 for the 233. So hopefully that helps out Jackie, our requester. Each one comes down by an extra 10%, so you get an extra savings there, and that will be a big value on our green zircons. I personally, I can't help but really, every time I look up, my eye goes straight to that left side. It just is so pronounced of a bright green color. It looks like demontoid garnet out of Russia, which, if it was, it would be about $80,000 or $90,000 here. We have one that's a good size in a Russian demontoid that looks not far from that. This is the zircon, though. This is that double refractive stone that we love, and it's got a really bright, beautiful color, and either way you go, you can't go wrong. Let me try them on for you. We're going to try on the bigger oval first. That's the 360 with the 50 points in diamonds. Here it is. So that's the 360. It's a little bigger size right now. Doesn't matter. We'll size them for you, whatever you need. So that's the 360 with a half carat. Here's the 233 with the 70 points in diamonds. And again, two great ways to get really unusual colors of zircon for you. Either way you want to go. $12.99, you know what that means. That comes down even further. That's going to be $11.69 at checkout. This one's only going to be $8.99 at checkout because it's down to $9.99. So Jackie, let me know what you think of either of those. It looks like that's what we have in the green zircons for you at this point in the event. Obviously, a lot of jewelry. This is actually week 4 now of this event. We're into week 4. So completed 3 weeks into week 4 of this event, I believe, if my count is correct. So, you know, there's not going to be as much jewelry here as there was. Every day that goes by, we have less and less and less of the inventory here to go through. So that's really what you got to keep in mind, is that there's really no tomorrow on these items. So it is our top of the hour. We're going to start with some earring studs to kick off our top of hour number 2. And then we do have a Tanzanite shortly thereafter. But the way earrings are going tonight, I want to get you going with some earring studs here. Yes. Left side gone. Congratulations. And let me know who that is, Tim. And then we've got the 360 remaining for you if you'd like it. That would be 6207. Yep. 6207 for you, Tim. That one's still here. Let me get you some earring studs. Then we'll just welcome you to the top of the hour. But I wanted to get you dialing on these studs that are going to be what you see is what you get here. So we have 1120882. And this begins with our white gold diamond studs with the halo around them. We're zoomed back for 2 rings. I'm going to be coming into normal depth here. We've also got the rose gold. My, are those pretty? It's very rare to see rose gold and diamond earrings here on the air. We offer them, but we rarely actually see them. So if you've always wondered what would diamonds look like, especially bigger white diamonds in a rose gold, you've got a chance to check those out tonight. Plus, we got to have the yellow. So here's the yellow gold for you as well. These are a centered post, round design. So this is like a stud, but better, because usually when you hear the term earring stud, diamond stud, you're talking about one stone. This is where it amps up and makes it even better, because you've got one stone in the middle that's a really good size, like 32 points. And then you get another 42 points in diamonds in the halo, 106 overall. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. Glad you're with us. We are live from Los Angeles. My name is Lauren Blair. We're so glad you're with us tonight. 2 short hours left, though. So running through the inventory that you haven't seen yet, because this event's been going on for weeks. It's sell it or melt it, quite literally. So it is not a time to wait on your favorite items or to wait to make a request. Please pick up that phone. That phone number is your connection to us here live. So pick up that phone, dial in, tell us what you want to see. This is not a time to wait. Everything's getting one last chance on the air. Anything that remains available at 8 o'clock tonight, that begins the melt process. Those stones are released from that mounting. The gold is melted down so we can make new jewelry going forward at those same great values you love. But in the meantime, it gives you a great chance to score a great deal on all these last pieces in the inventory. So it's last of the last of the last. So what you see is what you get. Well, we just saw an incredible earring value that lasted not even 10 seconds on the air. Here's where we amp it up with diamonds. And for those of you that say, yeah, those were gold hoops, they went quick because they were affordable, those are diamond earrings with a carat plus. Those are not going to be affordable. Oh, they are. And that is why you want to dial in right here and now, because these will not last. I promise you that. Take a look. We've got white, yellow, and rose, as you see up there as an option. I'm going to wait to hear from you on the phones at home and figure out which one you like the best. But they're all the same price. They're all going to go quickly. And think about, as we are hours away from the month of May. For those of you on the East Coast, 3 more hours. And it's May 1st. Mother's Day is May 10th. Let's remember that, because what you're shopping for at this mega, mega best ever discount is your chance to also pick up the perfect Mother's Day treat for yourself or for all the moms in your life you want to celebrate. The daughters that are moms, the sisters who are moms, your granddaughters who are moms, the new moms, the moms who have raised wonderful children who are out doing their own, whatever it is, all the moms that do that incredible job, and that they deserve diamonds, and they deserve not lab-grown or man-made or faux or look-alikes, but if you can score a value on the real deal that she's going to be proud to wear, that are going to last forever and be passed down to those future generations proudly, this is the earring to get. White, yellow, or rose gold, $39.99. They should be. And again, you have to let me know, operatives, which one you're taking. I want to show you, it's a 32-point center, which is almost a third of a carat, and that's a good size. But isn't it impressive to look at the overall, because you're putting large round brilliance all the way around that center stone. So this is not a small earring. And for those of you that say, I've always wanted a classic stud, that's what I want. As someone who's spent 25 years of my life, the last 25 years, nonstop selling fine jewelry on television and beyond, let me tell you something. Take this over a basic stud. It's still the stud, but better. It's about 3/8 of an inch in diameter, centered post and butterfly backing. Let me put one up to the ear and show you what they look like on, because they are really incredible looks, and obviously, focused or not, they are just dazzling and bright and stunning, and they are not going to be even close. And remember how important it is to dial in, because remember how quickly everything is going in this event, including what we've seen happen in the last 66 minutes tonight. This is not a time to wait. That's the yellow gold, by the way. Notice if we sell the white gold before you get one, think about the yellow gold, because you're not seeing a lot of the gold. It's really the diamonds that take center stage here, and it's not going to be $39.99, and that's a big stud. If you had that in one stone, it would cost tens of thousands of dollars to get that overall diameter. Let's take a look at them close up to see the white, the yellow, and the rose that you have a choice of, and we're going to do even better. And before you say, I'm going to take them, I'm going to love those, I'm going to get them, I'm going to get them as a gift. Remember, they go right out to you. What you see is what you get. So if you're thinking, oh, that's nice, they show a really bright white diamond, and they're probably going to send me something else because I've been through that somewhere else that you may have shopped. That is not what we do. That is, sorry guys, that's not what TVON is all about. That's not what I will stand for. And this is the earring. These are the VS stones you love. And when we got what's made up, and we're sending out what's made up, and I've been telling you for weeks and weeks now, this is the item. And that's always the way it is here. That's not new. It's just, again, when I've got 3 pairs, I'm going to show you all 3. And you can see that no matter what the gold color is or which pair you select and choose, you're getting the best of the best in VS diamonds. And that is what we want to see. And there is not an inclusion that's visible to the naked eye. Those are really important center stones, but it's just so much more flash and so much more beauty when you've got the halo around your stones. Take a look. They're not going to be even $39 or $29 or even $19.99. We're going all time low here. And this is the way you get them. And again, white, yellow, and rose. Let me know if you think you can just wait all day and pick them up an hour from now. That's not how this event is rolling. So make sure you are ready to go on the phone lines. They're not even $15 or $14.99. And are they ever going to go quick? This is how this goes. It is time to dial. They are not going to be 14 or 13. We are blowing them out. They are $1,299. That's it. And you get 10% off that, and we'll give them 60 seconds. We still have a Spinel and an emerald in those wide bands you're going to see, like we saw with the Rhodocrosite, which is still here from earlier. Thank you again on our green zircon. By the way, Tim, who was that got that green zircon from you? Was it? Okay. So we didn't hear from Jackie, our requester, did we? Maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. What? They're the same person? Gotcha. Okay, good. Well, that makes sense. All right, never mind. Then we got a request fulfilled. Good. Okay. So $12.99, and by the way, 10% off. All right, let me know on those, and we've got 30 seconds remaining. And we've got the Northstar here, and I've got a Blue Wing Block D, $355. And we've got a gorgeous emerald. This is quite a large emerald, I must say. We've got a big emerald with yellow diamonds on the sides of it. Wait till you see this. And then our last call, we're really melting those down. Oh, I'd so much rather sell them under cost to you guys than melt that down and take all that workmanship that's going to take to get those diamonds out of there and melt those things down. But here we go. All right, last call. Thank you for being with me tonight. It's good to have you guys with us on this Wednesday. Always nice to have your company. Not a lot of fun to do it without you guys. Let's take a look at this big emerald. Well, it's just the most incredible kabuki cut emerald we have in the entire inventory. It's done in this gorgeous white and yellow gold diamond band that's yellow diamonds in the band. It's item number 112-1728. And if you have any requests or anything you want to check on from earlier in the show, I've got about 25 items that are still here. So we've seen a lot of items out the door. We've seen about 20 items out the door, and 25 items are still here. So, quite a few to take a look at. But here we are. 101 emerald, 41 points in yellow diamonds, and all around a two-tone mounting that starts with the wider band of the white gold, puts the yellow gold bezels around those bright yellow diamonds. I got two compliments today. It was 1 hour that went by, and I had two incredible compliments about our yellow diamonds. And they were both because we had two people who received their yellow diamond cross pendants from a couple of days ago, and they were both raving about that same thing that I was talking about on the air, was how gorgeous are these yellow diamonds? And here they are again, the brightest as can be, the bright neon, lovely yellow diamonds that we don't see all the time in natural stones, and these are natural stones. And then you've got this way that they're set on top of the band. Now, this is a glow of an emerald that you rarely see. It takes great clarity to have glow like that. That's what it looks like from a distance away. You can see how it just becomes ever brighter, more neon, more clean. That is really beautiful, isn't it? And that was a $69.99 ring, and now it's not. Going a lot lower than that tonight. Come on in, everybody. We are so thrilled to have you with us. Please make requests. We've had a few of them already. We've been able to fulfill them all, so I hope that we can get your requests in as well. Find what you're looking for, help you find something special, and make this one $1,999 to get it out the door. And then I'm going to have our jewelers work on rhodium, putting some extra rhodium right around those bezels. I know it's complicated to make that, so we're going to have them already made a little note there to re-rhodium the band where it meets the yellow gold bezels, so that'll look perfected. But $17.99. We got a big Tanzanite. I do have a fancy diamond. It's fancy. We've got a really good diamond piece that's actually a carat 02 cushion cut, and it's kind of an orangey brown yellow. Look at that one. That's a cognac. When it's got red and brown and orange, that is the makings of a cognac diamond. But Mother Nature gets the credit for making that piece. So we do have that. And then remember how I told you there was a bracelet here, a tennis bracelet with princess cuts? Let me flash that. That is really the ultimate and sophisticated style of a bracelet. Take a look at this. This is that smooth, seamless. And I know we've seen a number of bands throughout this event And look at how beautifully made this is. So you see that fluid way that it curves and turns and twists. Look at that. That takes a lot of gold when you're building essentially blocks. You're building blocks of gold around each diamond. This is the 5.5 carat bracelet. 5 carats 42, as a matter of fact, to be exact, on the princess cuts in that 7-inch style. So just wanted to bring that out. That's a total tennis bracelet, but you can see how it's so elevated. When you've got a smooth, sleek border like that, you've got that really nice finish. And of course, we know how princess cuts get so high-end and so exotic. We know that about the princess cuts when they're a whole different price point when you get into a princess cut style. So it becomes very pricey to get those. And thank you, everybody. All right, so thanks for looking at that emerald. And then we've got diamonds, diamonds, and more diamonds. But you know what's going to be very popular. At the bottom of the hour is one of our all-time bestsellers, which means a lot of you already have it. I realize that. But there are also a number of new shoppers every single day with us. We don't have just, you know, it's not just the same audience. We build our TVON family by the day. So let me show you what's coming up, because you may have seen this. Maybe you've seen others wear it out and about. Maybe you've seen very famous TV personalities wearing this. This is that are affectionately known as the Northstar. It's last call. In about 15 minutes, we're going to bring it out. This is an all-time bestseller. It's quite sizable. We have all 3 gold colors, but super limited on the white. So I just wanted to give you a heads up so you know. In 15 minutes, that's coming out. It's our last look at. I don't think we're making that one again. So that's going to be a style that we see go to the wayside. So that's going to be coming up at the bottom of the hour. I have a really cool sapphire band coming up as well. And then let's get to this. You know what? If you want to see the merengue, we flashed this earlier. Take a look at the merengue we have. Only one of our best and brightest, 81-point merengue in 112-1644. The emerald might be gone. I think that one's verifying right now. And then we also have a gold quartz wheel later on, this merengue Spinel. Before the graphics are up there, I already told you what it is, but if you look at that stone and you see anything other than a carat 30 or a carat and a half, it truly is. We've seen a number of merengues here. We know how valuable and rare and special they are, especially when they get into bigger sizes. This is the 81 pointer that is such a fooler, and that's a good thing because it looks bigger. And you know what happens to merengues when they get up and over 1 carat? They get really, 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 really pricey. So we've been blowing them out lately, but they've still been $3,000 or $4,000 on this size. So let's give you a better value on this size here in the wider band. It's going to be 112-1644. It is that fabulous 81 pointer with 53 points in diamonds that are set into the band. This is that wide concave band. We've seen it a couple of times in different looks. We saw it earlier tonight with a Rhodocrosite of all things. That was wild. And it's still here, by the way. And now we've got the equally as rare bright pinky red merengue Spinel. Just ultimately high shine, neon, super clean. Here's what it looks like on the hand as well. And this one is going to fly. Look how bright a pink that is. We've got a pretty bright pink here. Pantone would call that one of the brighter pinks that you have. This one is exceeding it in a natural gem. And then how about those flashes of light it's giving? So it's got a lot of life and a lot of personality to it. Nice wider band, not uncomfortable. I think it feels, I'm comforted by more gold. I like a heavier gold piece. I like it to be a wider band that really hugs the finger. So to me, it feels luxury. I don't like jewelry that's tinny or doesn't feel like it's there. I want to have substantial. My fingers can handle it, right? You've got people that we want luxury because it's been gone from the fine jewelry world for so long now. We're seeing very few pieces that give us nice, substantial gold weights, platinum weights, sterling silver weights even, because all the metal markets are going a little insane. So it's nice to have that feel, that beautiful depth, that width that you don't see. And reminder, this is not a plating process. This is solid. You have to ask those questions now because everybody's trying to find ways to get around what's happening in the market. This is not something, we don't cut corners, we just won't. And if we have to cut anything, we're just cutting our cost, and that's what we're doing, is that we won't cut corners, we'll just go ahead and cut profit for you. Because we're believers in, I can't lose viewers who rely on us for that quality of jewelry, and if we're not gonna do it, who is? Who's going to bring you fine quality of jewelry if it's not going to be us? I mean, TVON's the only one doing it. So to have the values we do, to have quality that is every single piece has to be just examined and every stone has to be perfected. Every stone has to be selected out of thousands. Every diamond is looked at and examined so that it's perfected all the way through. This one coming with a lot of perfection for $59.99. We're doing better than that tonight. There is only one. It stays in the white gold. Let me size it for you. Let me make sure it is in the size you need. Let's do that. Let's make sure it's in the size so you don't have to hesitate to get it on that. If you want to wear it on the middle finger and you need a bigger size, go ahead. Want to put it on the index finger? That works too. Look at how beautiful it is right here. I'm going to make this one, and this is defying all the rules of Mahenge Spinel and its rarity. I'm going to make it $1,999. There it is. $19.99. We've been blowing out some Mahenges of late, but you don't see under $2,000. Better yet, under $1,800, because we can't forget, we're still doing 10% off. We still got 10% extra off for you here tonight. So this is the way to get it, $17.99. We've got our last look at that one. It's going to be, again, one of those that you know with the wider bands. That's the one you want. If you have a choice of everything tonight to melt down, that's the one you want to melt down because it's so much gold. That's what's going to give us the bigger end result when all is said and done. That's what's going to create more jewelry for you. But if that token is in any chance it sticks around when it's $19.99, but even less, $1,799. That's why you take it, my friends. Okay, so let's keep going. We got to go from there. We got a lot to do tonight. We've only got an hour and 40 minutes remaining. We got the big diamond here, which is that cognac diamond. Diamond bands are here, so if you want to go straight up diamonds, we got something for you. Tansy time will be here. I'm almost out of jewelry. I need your requests. We're only an hour and 18 minutes in, and I've shown you a lot of jewelry. It's supposed to go. I don't want to just rerun things over and over and over and over. It's why we're melting things the day after they've been shown. It's why we're showing you things one time, unless you requested to come back. So this is the time where it's got to be like edge of your seat shopping, where you have your phone at the ready and take these practically free items, because that's what we're doing here. It can't be made. I cannot make that band. I'm in the jewelry business. I make jewelry every day. That's what I do. People ask me all the time, oh, you're so lucky. You only work 3 hours a day. You lucky duck. Well, a little more to it. But I'm making jewelry every day. You know, that's the thing. You know, when you're in the jewelry business, you want to be involved in every aspect of it. I just happen to finish my day with you guys talking about it on TV, sharing my passion and love for it, and sharing what I know about what I know, values. Value is what I seek. I want it in every aspect of my life, but this is the problem. I was burdened with really good taste. Anybody else out there? I like nice things. I can't help it. I like nice things. And guess what? Can't have everything you want in the nicest quality in the world unless you know where to shop. And we really solve that in the jewelry arena. That's what we're here to do, is give you that best value. So if you don't want to compromise because you know you're worth the quality, you know you're worth solid gold, you know you're worth VS diamonds, and you're not ready to compromise or cut corners, even though the outside world and market is kind of forcing us to do that, if you don't want to, you're in the right place. Because that ring, you know it. I'm waiting. We're not going to go anywhere till that goes. It's a $6,000 ring. It's $17.99. It's one of our beloved stones in Mahenge Spinel that you just don't see. Come on over. I put Tony to sleep. I'm sorry, Tone. But this is the way to get it, guys. $17.99. I know. Sometimes I have to get on my soapbox here and like we got to come back to reality and go, look at what's going on. I know we're used to values. I know we're a little jaded around here. We get used to these big values. But this is an event. I've been doing this a long time. I've never seen any price like this. This is what it's all about. And heck, you know, I started long before this stone was discovered. That's how young this gemstone is. A lot of gemstones have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years and thousands and billions. Well, guess what? This one was only discovered in 2007. I've been in this business a while by that point. So, and it wasn't really coming to the marketplace till 2010, 2012. So when we started to see some of the examples, and here's your chance to pick it up. A really rare Spinel, great durability on the Mohs scale. We've got a rare as can be museum cashmere. I mean, listen, I can bring you museum all day. I can bring you cashmeres like this. I mean, just, you know, food for thought here. If you want the biggest cashmere, I've got a 2 carat 14 certified, GIA certified. If you want to get that one, you let me know. I mean, some of these, I know we love $9.99 pieces, but you know what? That's a cashmere. That's a $100,000 piece. I'll blow it out. If you want a 13 carat elongated museum reserve Tanzanite with big old diamonds on the side, I can blow that one out too. Take a look at this. You want a stone that is one of, I think, this is the one that every time I see it, catches my eye like nothing else. Look at that. I know what you're thinking. Lolo, you lied. You told me you didn't have Paraiba any bigger than 3 carats. That's an 881. It's not Paraiba yet. What do I mean? That's a Brazilian stone. Looks exactly. I sold the other day, actually, I think it stayed here, actually. I had someone who was inquiring about a Brazilian Paraiba that was a 1/2 carat. And it was about $9,000. Or was it 15? No, it was 15. I'm sorry. It's $15,000. 15. Sorry. A lot of jewelry is going up. You do this every day, and you have as many pieces as we've been showing. It was $15,000 for a Brazilian Paraiba. This is a Brazilian blue-green, same color tourmaline, as that little itty-bitty stone that I had the other day for 15 grand. That was well under a carat. This is the same color. It's got a nearby origin. This is so new, we have not had a chance to test this material. This is not Congolese that is being tested now as we speak at GIA. This is Brazilian new find. I cannot believe what I'm going to do on this one. It's an 881. If it is Paraiba, if it is, that is a stone where it's worth more than this whole building, than everything behind me. If it isn't Paraiba, I don't care. You know why? That is so valuable and so darn beautiful with that color and that neon. It looks like the 51-point Brazilian stone that was 15 grand. Look at this 881. And it's not going to be 15,000. Anybody interested in that one? Or am I just talking to myself? Because that is item number 1124605. I know we've got collectors out there most of the time. Look at that stone. Tell me that doesn't look like that that little itty bitty 51-pointer. I've had Brazilian Paraibas that are 2 points. They're beloved. This is an 881 new fine Brazilian tourmaline that is 48 points in diamonds. As 48? No, it's not. Oh goodness, we gotta. I'll go with it. 48 points in diamonds. They left out the pear shapes. They talked about the rounds. They needed the pear shapes. There's another number there. We have that mounting, so we'll be able to look that up. But call me if you like it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not one to do this usually, but I don't want to. There's such a, it's such a new stone. We're so kind of getting to know this stone, and we're lucky enough to bring it to you and have it. No one else does. If you are interested, I will do something off air on this stone, because the stone and it's checkerboard faceted, yes. So if you were seeing a little extra gleam off the surface there, I know I'm supposed to be going in hyperspeed. I'm just going to take a minute. We're gonna all just, let's all just kind of marinate here. Let's let this sink in. This is a stone that I have here on this show for $139,999. Now, that's because the color is what it is. It's a neon blue-green that looks exact. I can bring out the 51-pointer. It was from this weekend. I'll bring it out if you want to see it. It's the same color, only it's way bigger. And it's got a diamond weight that's more, so we'll have to get to the, let me go ahead and get them to look that up. Let me do something off air. I'll do off air, and we'll still honor the 10% off. So it'll be an extra discount of whatever the off air is. And I'm just curious if we have anybody who says, I like it. I can't call it Paraiba because it's not been verified yet as copper content, but I have studied Paraiba since the early 2000s. I collect them myself. I consider myself an expert, so much so I was invited to the GIA. In a couple weeks I'm going to GIA to give a symposium and lead a symposium on this Paraiba stone. So obviously this one's not tested for copper yet, but it's got the color, and it's from Brazil, and it's a new find. And hey, this is how Mother Nature works. Sometimes we don't know about something till it's discovered, right? Do you have, Tim? Do you need my help? Who is it? She's curious about what, an off air? Brenda doesn't want $140,000, I bet. So again, I can't, and hey, Joanne, can we look up that? I know that's not 48 points in diamonds. Can we, they're missing the pear shapes, I believe. So can we just look up that, that style number, 14422, and go find it somewhere else? Because I think we usually, how much? 50 points in pear and 48 in the round, right? That's what I thought. So 50 points also in the pear shape. So it's actually 98 points total weight. So Tim, if you'll let Brenda know that as well. I knew we were missing the pear shapes there. So another reason why I can go ahead and discount it further for you. Take a look at it on the hand too. Before I give an off air, let me make sure you see it on the hand. It's just a really small size at the moment. So let me see if I can squeeze that on my finger. There it is. So you can see the size. And Tim, we're getting, Tony, we're gonna add that because we verified it is 50 points. I just didn't want to go on memory. It's 50 points of pairs, 48 points in rounds, 98 points total weight. And you know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna give you an off air. She's the only one that's called. Right. You got it. And that will be with an additional 10% off. And it is sold. Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right. So that's how that worked. And this is the Kashmir, by the way. So if we have any collectors who need a Kashmir, that's the Kashmir. And that's really outstanding. That's the 2 carats. So I just gave away a piece of jewelry. And the second she got the off air, she said, oh, yes, please. Done. So here is just another one for the museum lovers. Item number on this one is 112-0032. And that would be, and I know we're getting close to the Northstar. The Northstar is bottom of the hour. It's 2 minutes from now, so this won't take long. And now I'm going to give you a deal on the unheated Kashmir Sapphire, which is certified by GIA. And it's going to be item number 112-0032, and that is a 214 unheated stone. Completely natural. Cut and polished, that's it, faceted and polished, that's all, and a cured 11 in our bridge. Take a look at the cert that's coming with it with the GIA hologram seal. That's the photograph of your stone. Here's the particulars, 214 on the loose stone, 6.2 by 8.8. This is a little info about that mine. Hasn't been operational in over 100 years. And there's your two important things here, the origin and the no indication of heating. Means untreated, unheated, and fabulous. So that's the cert that's coming with it. Then, of course, we took that loose stone and put it in this gorgeous bridge mounting, which is a 111 diamond weight in the yellow gold. And we're going to make it super duper affordable for you right now. So first caller will take it. And you know what I'm doing. I'm in that mode. Now we're taking the high-end museum pieces. Look at that up close. How very glowy and jewel tone that pink, purple, red is. It's not one color of sapphire. It's multiple colors coming together. I'm going to show it to you on the hand. We're going to give you a great value, and we're going to send it right on out of here. Look at that stone. Look at that. Look what that does. That is an intriguing stone. And it's supposed to be $39,999. I'm giving it away. That's the largest cashmere we have. Also, wasn't it the other day we had a beautiful stone, but it was under a carat? It was gone lickety-split. Wasn't that $5,000 for the 80-pointer we had the other day? Now I'm taking the big $40,000 piece. It's supposed to be $39,999. And we're taking it even lower, and you're getting the cert for free. So you don't need to worry a thing about that. That cert is coming with it. No charge, no extra, no nothing. And I'm going to make this a lot better than 30 or 20 or 10,000. Let me tell you, $99.99, that's as good as gone. We are moments away from our Northstar pendant, so you can come on in and get on the phone lines getting ready for that. If you'd like to get this cashmere with the cert coming with it, it's not 10, it's not 9 or 8. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm so far under cost already. I've got the cost right in front of me. I'm below it. I am taking everything down. We got to move. And again, we're at the last part of this event. We've gone through, I would say, what is it, 82% of our inventory we've gone through. So we've got only about 18% of our inventory left. And my goal is to show you as much of it as possible so we can wrap up this Sell It or Melt It event. This is not $8,000, $7,000, or $6,000. I'll make it at $59.99 plus an extra 10% off that price. So it's $600 off. It's $53.99 at checkout. And there is the museum in real life. That is the museum that is a reality to you and your own collection. Really, it's your own museum when you have something like that. It's your very own amazing museum, and that is one that obviously best of the best in quality in sapphires the world over. Today, the modern day best, we love Ceylons, but when you can go back, if you have access, and it's about access, it's really about lack of access. Usually nobody has access to a cashmere that's natural. We do. Obviously, they're so important. They get sent off to GIA first. That's when that certificate was done and established, and now you get it with the beautiful carat 11 in the diamond bridge. All right, so it's Northstar time. Last call in the Northstar pendant. I have one in white gold. Yikes, this is going to go quickly. I have a couple in yellow, and I've got 2 in rose. It is going to fly on by, so if you want the cashmere, let me know. I'm going to zoom our camera back because we've got quite a substantial pendant coming up. And we actually do have all 3 gold colors. And it's a tougher one to show. There's a lot of mirror finish gold with it. And then it's got a lot of diamonds, including a larger one in the center. So this is going to be kind of a sad goodbye. A lot of these are. A lot of these are, you know, I've been offering a lot of these pieces here for 9 years on the air. And it's sad to see them go here. It really is. But I just want to make sure, because again, it's kind of pointless at this point to remake pieces if they're going to be 4 times the price. So I love that we're just giving you a reduced price to make sure it's easy to get now as it's last call. This has that great kind of mod style. It's 1110-442, and I'm going to show it from a distance. I just wanted you to, be aware. There's a lot of mirror finish gold here, so it might be harder to pick up sometimes with some of the glare that's created, but I do have the white, and then I want to put the rose gold side by side with it because it's kind of nice to have all three gold colors here, and then I'm going to put in the yellow gold as well. Oh, that one's backwards, and here we go. But it's a nice way to see the inside because it is all finished. Just giving you a little bit of a cutout detail so that you can properly clean the diamonds from the back. Here's the yellow gold as well. So here's the white, the rose, and the yellow. And if you ever wanted one of each color or wanted to layer them, you already have one, you want to pick out a different color, I think this is the really good way to go. It's going to be last call, and I've got very few remaining. We've got one in white gold till that one's sold out. I've got 2 in the rose gold. Then I've actually got 5 in the yellow gold, but the way the yellow gold's been going in this event so far, I don't think 5 are going to stick around. Here's the length you're getting. From top to bottom is 1.5 inches. And then I'm going to show all 3 on the neckline. We might as well. So if you're debating on which color to go with, honestly, you can't go wrong. And I think it'd be a beautiful option to get another color that you don't already have if you've already been collecting this design. So again, it's the white gold over here on the left. This is going to be the rose gold's in the middle, and the yellow gold is off to the right side. So again, I know it's tougher to pick up. This is mostly a shot for you to see really the size perspective, and obviously the length is going to depend on the chain you put it on. But we're going to go back up close. I'll show you one of each individually here so you can see which one you like the best up close. But there is that larger diamond round, and then all that graduation of larger to smaller as they extend out from there. So that's the white. Here's the yellow gold up close as well. It's beautiful, always a favorite. Look at that yellow gold. Got the rose gold also, and this one is going to be better than $9.99. It's a last call. Boy, that's something really attractive about that rose gold there. And you know what? We'll make it really simple and easy. Not going to be $9.99. This is before your 10% off. Let me know, operators, which one you like the best. White, yellow, rose gold. It is over 1/2 carat in diamonds and all beautifully finished on the inside, as you see there. Nice size bail. Yes, it will work for a diamonds by the yard. If you're lucky enough to have one of those DBTYs you like to use with our pendants, you can do that. Please consider it because it's big enough, and it's not going to be $888. Come on in. We got a few left only. Not going to be long till these are sold out and done. Last time you're seeing it. Again, not a point making it if it's going to cost you $3,000. I'm sorry, I can stand up here and shout about it all day. No one's going to spend $29.99 on a piece like that from us. We're the leaders in value. You expect better. It's obviously tough to do that going forward. We're going to make it even better than $888 or $799. Huge value. Last call, white, yellow, rose gold. And we're getting very busy on these phone lines. How about $699 only plus an extra 10% off? So it's going to be $629 for what are 1/2 carat in diamonds and more. The white gold is already sold then, so you got it. So Jason's got the white gold. That is off the table. Just yellow and rose remaining. Let me show you the yellow again because that's going to be where we have the most quantity. Again, if you don't have one yet, or you already have one, get another gold color to consider. If you already, if again, you have one and you want to gift it, I think $629 makes it very giftable at that price point. Not a giftable price point in much fine jewelry, certainly in gold. I think sterling silver would be a challenge to find at that price point for gifting. But here it is, gold and VS diamonds. And an array of different sizes of diamonds makes it more complex to create, but it's here and it's lovely. And $629, we got 60 seconds with that one, then we got to go. We've got already now only 1 hour and 25 minutes left in the show. So we're definitely waiting. If you have any requests that you want to get in, if you want to get that Northstar design in the pendant, we do have white gold sold out. We're looking for those of you that like the yellow and the rose gold to take the last final few that we have here for you tonight. So last chance on that one. This is why you don't want to miss any moment of this event, because you're getting so many times you're getting your very last look at something. So it's not something you want to wait on, because even if you're thinking about December holidays, or you're thinking about an event coming up at the beginning of next year and you want to shop something, you're not going to have that opportunity to shop these items going forward here for the most part. So, and if they were, they're probably going to be a little more money. So I would take advantage of it now. All right, so $629. What color are you getting back there? Any other ones going out? White are actually white gold sold out. Yellow rose are remaining only. We'll see if any last requests to get to in this last part of the show here, if we can help you out with anything you need. But that, yes. Oh, okay. Which one? The curve link or the ID style? Yeah, that one. You got it. All right. Thank you so much. One of our bracelets from earlier is now sold. Congratulations. Don't forget about the Kashmir Sapphire, the 214, still available if you'd like to get that one. Have a big diamond. We have a really big Tanzanite. It's been a while. We haven't seen too much of the bigger Tanzanite since we've been doing this event. Have seen very few of the really jumbo sizes in the museum reserves. I do have one today, the 13 karat elongated in the oval. All right, speaking of Tanzanites, top of the hour, you want to do this? It's a 355 museum reserve. Don't get to see that very often. In a great design that takes the wider band of diamonds, gives you an extra loop of diamonds around that, and it's pretty darn fabulous, don't you think? That's a cool piece. How we doing? That Tanzanite's good, right? Real good. I'm thinking top of the hour. We're 20 minutes away. If you want to hang out, wait with us, we'll give you something to enjoy between now and then, but that is a really important piece. Congratulations on that bracelet. By the way, I love that link bracelet. I've got a little gold quartz wheel. It's some of our bigger gold quartz, I will admit. Some of our larger stones here. These are not the typical 1 carat. So how about we're only about 20 minutes away from that being presented to you, and that'll be last look. Check this out, though. We have very rarely seen a marquise cut gold quartz. I have 3 options for you. I'm going to show you the oval, and look at that. Whew, there's some good ones here. I don't know. The tough part is going to be really choosing between these 3. We have the oval on the left. I've got a marquise in the middle. I've got a pear shape over here, so we'll go yellow, white, yellow, because they will stay that way. And this is where it's just so much fun to see gold intermixed here within a gem. That's great news. You've got the gold in the diamond design, of course, the band itself. You've got the gold quartz, which is gold that's 24 karat pure within a quartz. Let me tell you, for those of you that are newer to this show, you've probably never seen these before. It's a really unique stone. We've had really the lion's share of what has come out of the ground we have been able to bring you here. Not many people have gold quartz to share. We're so excited to bring them, and of course these are the 2 carat plus stones. So consider it a bigger size, because remember, it's all about the gem that houses 24 karat pure gold, which is what is kind of making worldwide headlines right now for being record highs and not slowing down. So all 3 of these rings that are bigger versions of the stone, lots of diamonds therefore to go around them, and a lot of gold support system that is 14 karat to support those rings, because obviously we do everything in gold or platinum. Now I'm going to walk you through the carat weights. Now there's actually one that's going to be well over, and it's the oval. The oval is actually a 368, so that's the biggest size by far. The other 2 are going to be in that 2 carat range. Let's take a look at all 3. I'm going to walk you through your carat weights, because if that's how you decide and choose your favorite, listen up. We'll do the 368 here. That's a 368, 73 points in the halo. Good size diamonds around that oval. That's the one on the left. They're all going to be the same price, every one of them, so you will not have to choose based on what the budget says. I will take care of that. You truly choose the best gold quartz and design for you in your collection. Here we go. So that's the big one. That's the 3 carat 68 with 73. The marquise in the middle is a 238 with 61 points in the double halo in the diamonds in the white gold. And then we go over here to the pear shape. The pear shape is the 220. 45 points in diamonds and a whole lot of gold on that one. So we are ready, everybody. Let's go for it. 2 carats plus. Again, the 368s on the left. That's where you go if you want the biggest one. They were $39.99 and more. That's where they started. We're taking them much lower than that. We got to get them gone. All 3 are one of a kind. They stay in the gold color they're in, but they will be sized to whatever you need. Do you have a favorite already? I don't know how you decide. They're all so good. And the patterns are what I enjoy the most. There are no 2 gold quartz. They're kind of like opals. They're kind of like emeralds, where within them, there are going to be characteristics within the stone that make them unique to you. To you. Nobody else is going to have a gold quartz like you have. That's what makes them special. Every pattern is different. Every stone shape is different. And the cutters, let's just shout out the lapidaries who do such a good job to take the rough material and really make it work so that they're showing off the best pattern they can. And that's really what inspires the cut. Why does one go into an oval and the other goes into a marquise? The marquise, you'll notice, has that really cool, almost like lightning bolt of solid, natural, pure 24 karat gold. Gold is a metal, after all. It's mined. People don't always realize that. We think of gemstones being mined. We don't think about gold being mined. Unless, of course, you're like me and grew up as a Southern California girl who every field trip it seems like I took as a kid was about, we going out somewhere to the, the Old West, studying the Old West, which is where I live, and, panning for gold. So, something that I remember, it always brings back a lot of childhood memories when I go. Now, of course, you can go to a pier. We have the beaches here. So I go to a pier, and what do I do when I was a little kid? I was buying clams on the pier and opening them up and hopefully finding a pearl. So my love of natural precious metals and gems goes way back to really very early childhood. But I got to say, that's where, again, the gold is within this time. It's within the gem. They were found together. And so that really good lapidary, which I think lapidaries have a lot of creative sense, and they're taking the patterns that are naturally occurring and they're really showcasing it in the best possible way by determining what cut to use. So you see that here with these stones. See how the one in the center has almost like looks like a storm cloud and a lightning bolt, doesn't it? Because the natural quartz is darker at the top, and then it looks like the gold is a lightning bolt. I think that is one of the coolest ones I've seen ever, and I've seen hundreds of them here. Here's what I'll do. Which one do you like? Let's go with the pear shape first on the hand. Here's the pear shape, which is item number 112-6105. Already someone verifying on the pear shape, which also has a very ornate, high-style mounting. That is the 220 in the gold quartz. It has 45 points in diamonds. Let's take another look at the two others we have here for you. They're not going to be 39. They're not 29. They're not 19.99. All you do is call now. Call on the early side. You don't have to take one just because you call in, but it does put you at a huge advantage of getting in on the phone lines first. And that is a big advantage. If you've been watching this event go by, you know that. You know that provides a huge advantage. Let's make it better than even $1,500 or $1,499. Let's take it all the way on down. The very first callers make them $1,299, and then they'll go an extra $130 off that. So $1,169 gets you your value on our bigger gold quartz, and especially if you're going with the left side oval, $368. We've got the pear shape on the right. I think the coolest pattern and the coolest variation of colors there is in that really cool marquise. It is the marquise. It is that 238, and it looks great. So you've got that one for $1,169. You take any one of those three. Any one you want, that great value is yours. And let's move on in 30 seconds. We got to roll. Got a lot to do, but only an hour and 15 minutes. The Tanzanite coming up at the top of the hour. Don't forget, if you have any requests to see something again from earlier in the show, quite a few pieces here that you can take advantage of before they're melted down, but at 8 o'clock that opportunity does go away. So make sure you're on the phone lines to get your favorites there. How about that? Your choice of $1,169, as low as they go. And you've got all those great pieces. Remember, that is a super low price. Again, I'm going to try on the marquise on the hand. That's my personal favorite. It's in the white gold. They went with the white diamond halo, decided to be inspired, leaving it in the white gold as such. You see that there. That is $1,169 as well. You can see how elongated that is. So it's a bit of a stone that looks a lot bigger than it weighs. Then we've got the oval, which is where you get the 368 size as well. Let me try that on for you here. I guess we'll stay there for a moment. Rather, that's the pear shape. Then I'll grab the oval here. We'll show those together since those are the two. Yes. You got it. Okay, the pear shape just sold. So the pear shape is gone, but I'm going to show you that's the 368 oval with the 73 points in diamonds. So we'll show that up close as well. Here are our two that remain available at this point, and we're not going anywhere till they go. That's one of our most hot, popular stones we get a lot of requests for. So I want to make sure that you get a chance to own those last two there. Thank you on that pear shape. Well done. We are excited to have you with us, but it is last call in the show. We've got an hour and 15 minutes remaining. A lot of special pieces still hanging out here. Want to get you what you love before they sell out. More importantly, before they get melted down. That's the bigger issue. That is the big issue, because we're not going to see the designs again and again and again. So new designs, time for new designs, new concepts, new deals, new opportunities. So really, really important to remember that as well. Diamond band is here, a ruby, the ultimate in our Carat Plus ruby with a lot of diamonds. Ready for this? We have had, actually, it's been a bit of a shock. I have brought so many great rubies out just in the last couple days, and they've all been going. Probably not surprising if you've seen any of the prices. Look at that ruby, though. Wow. Private collection Burma, superstar piece, pink diamonds and white diamonds together around it. And that one's coming up in the show as well. Please don't wait on these gold quartz. We're verifying right now on our last two. Sounds like we've got verifications going on each. You let me know which one you love. They are not supposed to last. And anyone want to see that 13 karat plus Tanzanite? 13 carats, elongated oval, only one that looks like that. Custom design mounting around it as well. Wow, that's pretty important. Okay, there is blue zircon, mandarin garnet round, unheated golden sapphire, really rare. Do have a really special, that Burma I mentioned. We've got the bracelet though. The bracelet's gonna go. The tennis bracelet is the highest end. So now I know tennis bracelets makes us all kind of, it conjures an image. We have an image. When we talk about tennis bracelets, we think about one thing. Yes. Let's go to the oval real quick. We're going to go to the oval real quick on the hand here. Here's the oval by itself. One more time. This is going to be 1125657. That is the 368, by far the largest of the three that were up there. And it's a 368 with 73 points in the diamonds. That's the diamond halo all the way around it. All good sized diamonds. Yes. Hi, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie, so much. Was she shopping the pear-shaped gold quartz? Wonderful. Congratulations on that one. It's a beauty. You will love it. Thank you, Jackie. And this one also now verifying, $12.99. Are we leaving my little storm cloud here with the lightning bolt? Are we leaving that here? Maybe I'm the only one that sees that. I don't know. I just think that's really, it's a well-done design. Really cool the way they take the natural colors. It's one of those more white-based quartz with that darker color up top, like a dark gray, almost like a dark gray green, and then the way that pattern of the gold. I mean, that just, to me, you couldn't, I'm not artistic. I couldn't have painted that better. It's just a really cool design. And again, when I say design, Mother Nature gets the credit for the stone and the gold, and the way the gold is in the stone, but it's the designer and the lapidary who really put that together so beautifully to kind of paint a picture for you and frame it. Not with wood and canvas and matting, but with diamonds. And that's even better. So let's talk tennis bracelets because we know, and I think the oval's gone. Yes, maybe. Okay, so the oval is gone. Congratulations. We're leaving my little, nature-inspired theme here. We're leaving that one for the moment. You can still pick it up if you'd like. Just because we're moving on does not mean you can't get it. You got an hour and 10 minutes to shop what this sale has brought us before it's melted down. So welcome in. Got the last 10 minutes left in this hour. We're going to bring out the tennis bracelet, which is the ultimate high-level tennis bracelet. When it comes to ladies who love a tennis bracelet or any arm candy stack, this is the ultimate high level. So usually when you go out, it's no different than when you search for a diamond engagement ring or a solitaire or anything else in diamonds. We have usually different variations of qualities and we have different variations of sizes, both of which as you go up, quality or size or otherwise, you're going to really end up spending a lot more money. So there are certain pieces that we know since we understand diamonds universally, and we know there are better diamonds than others, and we know there's different qualities, and we generally understand and accept that bigger diamonds are more money. We also know that cuts are very important to diamonds, and while pear shapes and ovals and rounds are very commonplace, there is a cut that's newer to the world in general. It's relatively speaking, it is the newer of the cuts, but is really taken over in popularity. But with that, it's almost like the status that it comes with that makes it such a popular status look, and that is princess cuts. We saw a couple princess cuts earlier tonight in a band. They were sapphires. That's lovely too, but there is a different world that you enter when you're talking about princess cut diamonds, and the beauty of it is you can do other things you cannot do with rounds. And that's really why this bracelet is going to give us a very different look than all the literal thousands of tennis bracelets I've offered here in the past 9 years. And even more recently, we've had tennis necklaces and tennis bracelets go out the door, but they're the rounds in the classic baskets. This is a totally different animal. And when it comes to ladies who know other ladies' jewelry, you know as well as I do, you can be admiring pieces on perfect strangers, and you probably know what is higher end than others based on how much it's sparkling, how much the diamonds dance. Are they gray, yellow, brown, or are they white bright? Obviously, we know that, but also the cutting says so much of that story. It's the cutting. And princess cut is a very big step up. Let's take a look at this bracelet. You will not want to miss this. We have one, so it's not going to last very long. And let's get you a close-up first. We've shown it a couple of times from further away, And now you're seeing, and one of my favorite aspects of this bracelet is a couple things, but how it's set, but also princess cuts do that. Do you see the surface shine you're getting off each and every princess cut? Like a mirror. But is that the flashiest, most brilliant, glittering mirror you've ever seen? I'm going to come in really, really close. We're going to look at this bracelet and get ready. Mother's Day, birthdays, anniversaries, retirements, whatever it is. I'm going to make sure we're focused here because look at that. Other people's diamonds, our diamonds. We want to be focused. And I'm going to have to hold it up to your eye level to really see the beauty of this bracelet. It is item number 1113481. There is a 5 carat 42 total weight here. 542. That's the biggest bracelet I've had for you in this event. So it's also a step up in carat weight overall. You've got a step up in the cutting because they are princess cuts. You get an enormous amount of gold because that is not a tinny, lightweight little 4-pronged basket that's open on the sides. Open, you say? Let's take a look at the sides. I would say open, no, solid. Solid mirror finishing, solid on either side, solid. Look at the back, the way that is finished. That is not a basic basket. That requires a lot more of that 14 karat gold. You're getting these massive individual princess cuts that are still, if you're wondering, well, how does that move? Look at that fluidity it gives. This is one of our top diamond creations ever. Talking about all time because it takes such a large individual stone. It takes so many of them. And it's all for the all-important 7-inch style that is going to work for most because it does have a slide insert closure. And then you've got to really, now what they do here is they're so genius about it. They don't put figure eights because can you imagine you see that smooth surface on the edge? The last thing you want to do is put a big old sharp figure eight. So they do the genius style of having that fold under style so that the clasp, the security clasp that is, it disappears. So not only do you insert one side into the other to make sure it's fluid, solid diamonds all the way around as you wear it, but also the safety catch is going to be underneath the design. So there's nothing that takes away from that smooth, sleek surface. It's giving you shine from every angle, not just the top. How many bracelets, tennis bracelets that you are going to shine from the side? This does because it's highly polished gold all the way through. Let's take a look at it. 542 in diamonds here. It is one only. That's what you got to remember. This is an amazing value. It's going to be our 10% off, which is obviously going to amount to a lot of extra savings that you have going on. And now we are ready right here and now to let it disappear. Come on in. Come on in. 7 inches, white gold only. Could not be better. It is our highest end, top of the line bracelet. You know something else? Many years ago, some of you won't know this because you weren't here watching at the time. Many years ago, I had a 9 carat 30 diamond tennis bracelet. That was a bigger diamond weight. It was sold instantaneously, but do you know it was not as important as this bracelet because it was rounds. It was rounds. They're lovely and they're big and they're bright, but it's so much easier to get rounds than it is princess cuts. And yes, every single stone is still a VS quality. You're seeing it in white gold against a white backdrop. If those diamonds had any brown, gray, yellow, any kind of body color, you would see it. It would stand out. We are as close up as you can get. It's like I handed you a loop across from a jewelry counter. Like we're face-to-face shopping in person and I said, here, take a look at every single stone lined up. Examine each one. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to blow it out right now. This used to be, and I know it's our most expensive bracelet because it was even more expensive than the 9 carat. It's true story. The 9 carat 30 sold for $99.99. Did you know that? This one actually had a price tag, and I don't think it ever sold, but it looks like, yep, $13,999. This was a higher level because that's the diamonds. That's the princess cut. They're a huge upgrade, yes.
What size are those stones in millimeters?
Millimeter size in the stones. Let me get them for you. Actually, we can probably, if I don't want to bore you and count them all, but I'm sure we have a count somewhere of how many diamonds we could figure. I'm going to give you a rough estimate. The whole width of the bracelet is almost 4. So that means the diamonds within are going to be a little bit more narrow than that. I have them at 2.5 millimeters, 2.5 millimeters square. So I just, yeah, you know what, Tony, let's put it back on hand. I just measured it for you. We had that question. It's a good one. And then let me show you what I mean by the closure. So here's one side of the closure, and see, that's your little button. So that's how you're going to get out of it. So when it's locked, when that side slides into place under this side, then you're going to have that little button that releases it. and so it's solid diamonds. Now, as far as the safety closure, as I was telling you, this is where you have, do you see that little latch there? Once you actually think of that as like your little padlock, once you have one side inserted into the other, which I will do for you right now, here we go. Do you see that? That's the button, and this is the safety. So you latch that, so now disappears. All you have left is that little button. That's what you have to press to release it. So that's how you're going to open the bracelet. All right, let's go back to the close-up. And we've only got, again, one bracelet here. So to make, that is just, it's high workmanship, it's high style. It instantly is recognized as one of the more over-the-top type of quality levels you can ever get in a bracelet. And we're gonna blow it out right now for you. Make it easy. Make it affordable, not $13,999 where that last was. Got to make sure it goes a lot easier and a lot more affordable than that. Come on in. This is so incredible. You know what I'm going to do? Take it even lower than even $99.99. There you go. We're going to make it even better. Obviously, there's an upgrade. We have 2 minutes till our top of the hour. You know what's happening at the top of the hour. We're bringing out the Tanzanite. The Tanzanite's coming. The 355 in that great designer style is coming out. But this has got to go first, and it will. And for Mother's Day, let me tell you, you can't go wrong with our diamonds. You can't. That is where everybody defaults. During any sale event, everybody goes to diamonds. Everyone's flocking to diamonds. Everybody wants the VS diamonds. Because diamonds are not getting any cheaper, just like gold's not getting any cheaper. And you've got basically those two commodities in spades here. Not to mention a lot of gold, the workmanship that it requires to make a 7-inch bracelet, and it's meant to give average size wrists like yours and mine a little bit of room. It's not supposed to be tight, and you've got that same fluidity. I also like to point out, just as somebody who, you know, I really encourage you to wear your jewelry. I don't want you to just own it to own it. I'd like you to wear it. I mean, that's kind of the beauty of collecting exotic diamonds and gemstones, is that you can take them with you. They become part of you. They become part of your ensemble every day. But I love the idea that that is not a bracelet that competes. It doesn't ruin clothing. It has nothing to scratch, snag, or rip any of your finer fabrics, your sweaters, your silks, anything. Anything. That will never, and you're probably thinking, it's getting to be summertime pretty soon. I'm not worried about cashmere sweaters anymore. But yeah, this is the bracelet that you wear every day. Hopefully for the rest of your life. You're not wearing it for a day or a month or a year. This is part of you. This becomes part of who you are daily. It is the bracelet you put on with everything else or wear all by itself as one beautiful piece. But it's not going to be $99.99. Come on in. White gold only, 7 inches only, a $14,000. It's only the most spectacular bracelet we've ever made here. And what a night on a Wednesday to be coming out to play. And we only have about 30 seconds till our top of the hour. So let's move this one now. It's not going to be $99. $89, $79, $69, $99. This is unheard of, and you cannot buy. If you're buying a 7-inch gold bracelet right now with no diamonds at all, you're going to pay very close to that price. We're throwing in 5.5 carats of diamonds. Princess cuts, elite level, high end, best of the best, and it's not going to be $69.99, and you're going to have one of the bigger savings you can get here and now. It is not $69. It is not going to be $6,500. We are getting you the best value on bracelets I have seen us put together. And here we are with the last hour taken off. We're going to make this one even better, $5,999. And let me tell you, this is when most people come on into the show. It's our start time for a decade. We just started recently broadcasting earlier. This is still when a lot of people settle into shopping. So 7 o'clock has hit. We have 1 short hour left, and you're seeing the value of the night on your screen, which is also another $600 off. So it's $53.99 to get that bracelet. Did we just really go under $1,000 a carat when you've got princess cuts in big sizes all the way through and nothing for the gold and nothing for the labor, the workmanship, or the designers or anything else? That is why anybody who knows jewelry, diamonds, fine quality, you say, I don't want the tennis bracelet everybody else has. I want to step up, and we're verifying on it right now. I want to step up. I want to get something incredible that is the highest end you can go. You're looking at it. And for $53.99, that's what it turns out to be. That price you pay at the end with that discount is under $1,000 a carat. And no, you're not buying any fine diamonds for under $1,000 a carat. That's a commercial grade diamond price per carat, not a fine VS diamond princess cut big in a bracelet, by the way. That's what you're doing here for $53.99, and that is why you take the bracelet. Take a look at it. We got our last hour here. Got our big Tanzanite kickoff here to this hour. Verifying on this one, I'm going to give it 30 seconds, and we'll see who's got it. I think that one's verified. Let me know if it's officially gone. It is spectacular and ready to go. There's no wait time. It can go out to you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Some of you, now depending on where you live, we're in California, some of you are far away, some of you are close by. It doesn't matter. When you're going to have this either Friday or probably the next following Saturday or Monday. I mean, honestly, you're going to have it here in the first days of May. Start wearing it. Treat yourself. It is a small price to pay for a piece you will wear for a lifetime, every single day. That's what you're doing, and that's, you put it through the paces. Don't fret about wearing it. Don't worry about wearing it. Just live in it. And $53.99. It's unheard of for a bracelet like that. It really is. It really is. $53.99. Amazing. And 10 cents. So that's it. Guys, we have 2 hours down, 1 hour to go. And we've got quite a few pieces that you can ask about if you want to, catch up with what we've seen in the last 2 hours. I'm going to show you the big Tanzanite. We've been waiting for this one here. So we're going to share that with you coming up. We've got a big Tanzanite oval on the way. It is just really gorgeous. 1128342 on the way now. And this is feeling like, it feels like a bridge, but it's not. It's a wider band, but it's still got a little extra. Thank you so much on that bracelet. If you're getting it, thank you, thank you. And look at this. And we got to, hold on, let me see if I can refocus, because every piece sits on a little different plane here. So we got to always do a lot of focusing as pieces go up and down off the wheel. But there it is in that Tanzanite, neon, museum reserve, big size. We had a request earlier actually for about a 4. Well, this is that 355. That's not new. We get a lot of requests in that 3 to 4 carat range typically. And you've got it here. So it's a good one, and it's a beauty, isn't it? Okay, so here we go. This is the 355, 84 points in diamonds. Let's analyze how this is made though, because you have a big triple row, which is nice and wide, and then you've got that outer, think of it like an outer loop, an outer wraparound design that goes up and around the blue wing block D that kind of frames it like a halo would, but not as typical or basic as a halo. I like a halo, but after a while, we've seen it. We've seen it. We've seen those happen. We've seen that done. Isn't it nice to upgrade while you still get kind of like you're taking 2 styles and putting them together. You take the larger band, the wider style, you loop around an extra, kind of think of it like a 3/4 halo is what it presents, but then it also then adds another row on either side of one side. So it's like your 3 row becomes a 5 row on one side of your band. So something a little different. I'm going to try it on for you as well. It is our 355. We know from a lot of experience with Blue Wings, just 6.5 years running, that that's a size that is more requested than any other, that 3 to 4 carat size range. Take a look at it. We've got the 355 here. I'm going to try it on. It's in the white gold only because you know how this goes. What you see is what you get. We're ready to go. Thank you so much. Here's what we have next for you. I'm ready. And again, 84 points in diamonds. And I'm taking requests too. Whatever you want to see in this last 55 minutes we have together tonight, that's what you want to let us in on. Pick up the phone, dial in, tell us what you want to see, what we can go grab from the inventory, or maybe show you again. Maybe from earlier too, why not? Here we go. This one is, oh gosh, look at those colors. Bright reds coming through. It looks so good, doesn't it? Here's what I got. Here's what I got going on. We had a lot of questions about this. We've already flashed it a couple of times. We've seen some of the excitement building for this ring. I got to try it on, and let me see. I might actually put it on both ways here. This is one way to do it. So you can see how this side, it's coming up here around this side, loops around and over. And then let me flip it just so you see another perspective on it. And then come on in real early because I have a feeling this one's going to be going in a quick moment here. And you don't want to wait because, again, we don't have 2. Oh, I kind of like it like that too. Since we're kind of angled this way, we're looking more on this side. Isn't that nice to see 5 whole rows here kind of coming around, holding on, framing that stone? Well, it's only $79.99, but I'm taking it lower. And this is, look at the reds. Look at the red, all the way out to the very, very edges and side. Watch this one go. And this is the most requested size we have. We've had a lot of Blue Wings for the last few years. We love seeing that. Here's the way we make this happen for you. And it's not going to be $79. Come on in, guys. We want to make sure this is yours. Huge value, huge moment. Nobody's dialed in yet. Nobody. So it gives you the opportunity to come on in and say, wait a minute. So if I come in right now, I'm giving myself essentially first dibs. That's exactly what you do. It's exactly what you have to do. Now, you're not obligated to take anything. Remember that. Make sure the price is what you like. And all I can say is lowest prices ever. So it makes my job really, really easy. I'm just here to give you the lowest price, the best price it can be. And then just for making sure you understand how low it is, we're giving you an extra 10% off that as well. So it's the lowest price, 10% off. That's why you're not seeing a lot of pieces stick around. Come on in early, though, so you can be the one to say yes first, because obviously it ain't sticking around. The odds of that staying here, I would say, are 0, because I know where I'm taking it. It's not 79, 69, 59. This is the size everybody's been wanting of late, too. This is what everybody has been wanting. This is it. Come on in right now. What can I tell you? This is the moment to take advantage. White gold only. Here we go. Last call on the show then. I've still got a ruby that's amazing. We'll show that to you, but we are down to about 52 minutes, so it's not a lot of time, and we're taking requests, and this is not 59, 49, 39, or even 29, 99. This is the moment, and there's so many Tanzanite lovers, yes, and a lot of you have a few, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 10, but this is the time you get it, and we're verifying already. And you know what? Let me take it even lower for you. You know as well as I do. And see how you can kind of jog it a little bit? If you want to wear it centered up like normal, you can do that. But I don't see any reason why you couldn't actually turn that. They put a few extra diamonds down the side so that if you wanted to wear it more asymmetrical on the hand, you can. So they thought of everything here. They put in a lot of ample diamond weight. It's not 29. How about $24.99, an extra $500 off courtesy of yours truly? And then how about another $250 off on your account? You want to do that for $22.40? Or you know what, better yet, wait a minute, stop, don't sell it yet. I got 2 people verifying on the ring. Come on in, you have more than enough time to dial in, because we haven't heard sold yet officially, and we know that's going to happen. I'm going to go even lower. I don't want to leave anything behind. We have a few pieces from earlier still here. That's unacceptable to me. That just means let me take these values even lower, even better, even just crazy town. Let's go crazy. It's not going to be 24 or 23 or 22. You can come on in. You can take it. You got to be first, though. You've got to be dialed in to get these pieces at these values, which are, it's beyond value. Let's make it even better than 22. 22.49 is where it would have went had I just been a good little host and left it where it's supposed to be, and then you take 10% off. Instead, we're going even extra crazy, super duper, wild low. This is your chance. This is it, guys. Take the Tanzanites while they're here. And we have, I think I counted, what was it today? 13 left. 13 total Tanzanite pieces, including pendants, earrings, bracelets, necklaces, and rings. 13 total blue wings left. And we don't know if all those are going to be shown during this event or if some are going to be shown after the event, but let me tell you this. The goal is to get every single piece up here on the air with this crazy low price. That's where you should be paying. What if I go lower first and you still take 10% off? That is how this should be done, making sure all these prices drop to their absolute lowest. Take a look at it. It's not going to be 22, 22.49 or 21.99 or 2,099. We're taking this crazy low. This is your moment. This is how we do it. Make it $1,999. Go ahead, $19.99. You get $200 off that as well. And it'll be $17.99 to get that fabulous piece. $17.99 at checkout. That's beyond. That is per $355 Museum Reserve. All that wider gold base, that wider gold band, those rows and rows of diamonds. You take it while it's still here. White gold only, we'll size it for you. That's one where you can size it. Some pieces I can't, this one I can. So you tell me, do you need a 5? Do you need a 10? Do you need a 7.5? Do you need an 8.25? Whatever you need, we're verifying on this one right now. So here's your chance to get it, and it's your last chance to get it. And $17.99 will be your price at checkout. That is unheard of value. Blue winged block D at its very, very best. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kirsten, I do have your request coming up next. So as soon as this is gone and confirmed, I will have your request on the way. And it's a big turquoise necklace. Yeah, big. And I mean big, big, big. 343 turquoise coming up. It's the largest one I've had in this event. So looking forward to that. as well. And then here we go. Let's see who's got the big tansy. Let me know. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to show the turquoise for Kirsten here. And that's going to be item number 1115309 coming out. And this one, not just turquoise. We've really made it specialty here. Just going to listen for that confirmation that it's sold. It sounds like we're verifying on that one. Here comes the turquoise. 1115309 is next. And is it ever good? I'm admiring it right now. I love looking at this one. So congratulations if you get it. I don't know, do we have someone on the other side of the country that's on the phones that I should know about? Andy, is there anybody, like, is Will on the phones too? Is he getting this one or no? Okay, because I'm trying to keep track and it's hard to do when I don't have every operator in the studio. Let me just go ahead and show you what's next here. Ooh. Oh, what a piece this is. Talk about upgrading your turquoise. We have a sleeping beauty right here. It is 5309. This is one only as is. It's in rose and white gold together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And here we go. Here it is. Turquoise. Anybody? That's a pink diamond halo. That's not it though. I've got a pink diamond over here. Bezel set, bigger pink diamond. Oh, and wait, there's one on this side too. Pink diamond, bezel set, white gold and rose gold together. Let's get it a home right now. Let's make it easy. One only as is. That's mostly going to be white gold for the chain. It does have adjustability, lobster claw closure, and a 16, 17, and 18-inch length. Let me go ahead and show you what this is all about. Here we go. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yes. Thank you very much. GIA certified cashmere is gone. Did our Tanzanite go officially? You're verifying on this one? Make it $9.99. Go ahead, $9.99. And this is your adjustability right here. And then I'll take it on over to the neckline as well so you can see it. That one's already gone, but here it is on the neckline. Take a look. Thank you so much. Look at that piece. Wow. Gorgeous. Congratulations, East-West Set Oval. That's done. Let's go back to the wheel, and I will figure out something else to put up here for you. And it's going to be this one. A private collection. Mandarin garnet in a round. Woo! It's got a fingerprint. Hold on. Let's make 112-6400 happen. And welcome into 7 o'clock. You can tell it's 7. Yep. We got 45 minutes left, and things are flying. So that's what happens. At this time of the evening, I would love to have you join us here for the first 2 hours as well. We start at 5 on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights. We start at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I know it's early for me too. Did it for our East Coasters, but again, I know it takes some getting used to. But here's our 152 round. 80 points in diamonds as well. This is a value. I can't stop looking at that stone. And then you take the round stone, which is already glittering and fabulous on its own, and then you watch the diamonds turn round and round. It's 80 points of diamonds turning and spinning around this piece. And it just looks, I mean, look at it. Stunning. Really stunning. And we are so excited about this being here. I tell you what I'm going to do. $49.99 should be. Let's try it on the hand. Try it on the hand so you can see these diamonds run and wrap and do this almost floral motif, but it just ends up looking like, it almost looks like 3 or 4 different rows of diamonds around it. And I'm going to make it very affordable. $49.99 goes away. Let's make it $1,999. Plus you get $200 extra off that price too. So that is a great stone. Look at that round glitter, and that's the one you get. Stays in the yellow gold. We can size it for you, no problem, and that's a good one right there at $17.99 on the big Mandarino. And then we've got a blue zircon too. We got a grand new. Our blue zircons lately have been beloved. Still going to get you that really high-end ruby. How are we doing on that Tanzanite, Andy? Did you? Thank you. Okay, so the Tanzanite is sold. Just want to make sure on that. And then here we are. Plus, I'm going to recap some items that we had earlier, just in case you did just tune tune in the last 15 minutes or so, I'll be recapping some things for you. But like those bands, we had Sapphire band, really cool. This one's here at the moment if you'd like it. We need to show you a ruby. Oh, and I still have a diamond band and a sapphire and diamond band. We got a little bit of everything. So how about this? This one's good. This is going to be a really affordable way to do a band, like really truly affordable. And it's like a stack, 3 bands in one. Only a couple available. Good news is we've got a couple available. I'm just happy to have more than one. And I've got a few. They're all identical. They're all in white gold. Therefore, you could get 2 of them and you could stack them. You could get 2 of them and use them as ring guards. You could get 2 and you could give one and keep one, right? There are options here. And it's going to be a heck of a value. 112-6595. Now, sapphires are beloved. They are truly, truly, truly beloved. They really are. They're a classic stone that everybody knows and understands, and yet it really becomes down to sapphire quality, the color, and the tone of color. And that's what you have really in perfection here is the rounds right down the middle, 57 points of those gorgeous. Royal blues, yes, they're bordering on cornflower. They're really bright. They look like, if blue diamonds could be a royal blue, that's what they would look like. But we know you take great diamond cutting on the rounds, you make this sensational piece. You've got the white diamonds lining either side, so it really is a stunning 3-row style. And it is just lovely. All white gold. Again, no choice to make here except the size. That we're going to do for you. We're going to make sure it's in the size you need. So no problem with that. And you're adding it all up. You get a carat plus in goods. You've got a lot of gold because it is like a 3-in-1. Let me try it on so you can see. And I wish I had all 4 out here because, or rather, do I have 4? Oh, yes, I have 4. I have 2 pairs. So you can get 2. I can have 2 people get 2, or I can have 4 people get 1. It's up to you, whatever you want to do here. But this is really wild. And to have something that sits low profile enough to wear every day, this is how a lot of people like to go. Again, you sometimes have to look at faux versions of this because the real deal is so incredibly expensive. We're going to make sure that that quality, again, never have to compromise the quality, always getting the best of the best. We're going to make it really affordable right now, and $29.99 it should be. Let's take it a lot lower. Get as many as you need. Great ring guard, great compliment. It's also September and April's birthstone together. Something to think about there. And let's make it really easy right now. How about, I was going to do $9.99. We are in the last 41 minutes of the show. I say we need to go even lower than that, and we'll take it down and down even further than $9.99 or $8.99. Let's make it $888. That way it's under $800, all said and done. $7.99 and change at checkout if you want to grab that sapphire band, or better yet, maybe get 2. Because for under $1,600, you'd get 2. And that's a great option as well. Something to really consider when you want high quality, bright, vivid, intense, really just, again, I wouldn't call them sky blues. They're definitely a brighter blue. They're punchier than a sky blue. They're not soft pastel, but they're really giving that intensity that we love. So it is a great option and opportunity right there. So $888, you mark it down by $88.80. It makes it $7.99 and change for you. And then we will get to that Luxe Ruby. I also have a blue zircon I think you're going to like. And we do have a diamond band that looks similar if you want this in all diamonds. It's a little more money, but we have something very similar. And you can see that here. That's the all diamond. I mean, it's not the same ring, but it's, you know, if you want a diamond band. We've gone through a lot of diamond bands that have just completely sold out. Nice to see one with a little color mixed in. And Jason, who was shopping with you over there? Andrea. Fabulous. Hi, Andrea. Okay, so you've got 1, 3 left. Oh, good. We have a new shopper getting the first one. Anybody else want sapphires and diamonds together for $7.99 and change? Because everything else is going. The Tanzanite's gone. I think the mandarin's here, but the Tanzanite's gone. This cashmere from earlier is gone. The turquoise necklace is gone. And I think I have an opal. I have 1 black opal. I know we get a lot of requests for opals throughout this event. I have 1 black opal I can show you. Last call, $7.99. Take the last. We have 3 left. 3 left only. Oh, thank you, Kirsten. Oh, that's going to be, oh, Kirsten, I love that idea. She's going to put on her pink DBTY with the turquoise, with the pink dye. Oh, that's going to look amazing together. I imagine you'll do the pink DB2I like higher up on the neckline and then the turquoise a little lower. Beautiful. I can just picture it now. That's going to look great. All right, so let's move on from our sapphire and diamond band. I did want to show you, I've got one opal piece. Let me see if I can grab that. We might do the opal here. And then, oh, pink sapphire earrings, anybody? Or rather green sapphire earrings. I've got some green sapphire drop earrings. What? Wait a minute. This is really affordable. Really affordable and really unique. So we should probably show those. And then I do have a great looking opal. Heavily discounted opal. Brazilian Paraibas, anybody? We've got a Brazilian Paraiba and diamond necklace. You know what the Brazilian Paraibas are doing lately. We had that 51 pointer the other day, $15,000. Let me show you what I have here. It's something that could match it, or look at this. That is a block. And actually, you can wear it like this if you want to. Look at this. It's got bails all throughout the sides. Look at that. So you could actually do this. You could wear it east to west. You can wear it north to south. I love pieces with versatility because fine jewelry is not costume jewelry. So if you can make a fine jewelry piece and you can wear it multiple ways, I like that. These Paraibas are from Brazil. They're all a little different in their color, I would say. It's 112-6870. Let's keep going. The blue sapphire and diamond bands, we still have a couple left if you want to grab one of those. And this is a Paraiba. It's kind of an S curve throughout the middle of this wider block. I mean, it feels like a brick of diamonds, and it's 22 points in the Brazilian Paraibas, the OG source, the original find, ever, 1989. Plus, it's got the diamonds every which way, 76 points of those diamonds paved into this larger pendant, and it's a platinum piece with a chain that is 18 karat gold, and that's a Rhodocrosite. That's a standalone chain. Oh, one more thing. Look at the finishing. That is how it's finished. And it's got the carat weights engraved. So it's not just a hallmark, you get the engraving as well. Because it looks like it says 18K, so what is that? Why does it say platinum on here? Yeah, is it reversed? Maybe the chain. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to read the hallmark on the chain, to be honest, but let's try. Let's try. Okay. It's reversed. Platinum chain, 18 karat gold pendant. Okay, mystery solved, reversed. So let's take a look at it on the hand here. But it is a 16-inch chain. And you can easily, you saw there's a lot of room on the sides. So you can take that chain off if you wish. If you want to use a different chain one day, you can. If you want to wear it east to west, like so, you can. You can thread your chain through either side. So you can still do that. There's a lot of ways to wear it. I'm just going to show you it's 7/8 of an inch here in the drop on the pendant itself. Call in early. This is going to be a lot more affordable than I expected it to be. So I hope that's going to be the same sentiment that you share there. And it's 7/8 of an inch. Let's take it on over to the neckline, show you what it looks like when it's on. Boy, those turquoise, those blue greens really pop in the Brazilian stones. And that, you saw how solid that 18 karat gold is on the back side of the pen. Could you wear it like this? Would anybody do that, or is it just me? I actually kind of love that. So I'm here to say you could reverse it if you want to. You could wear it a lot of ways. Now that's 4 ways and counting. East to west, north to south, front to back, back to front. Okay, back to the wheel we go. And let's make it really affordable, like, oh, $49.99 is where it started. Not here, not tonight. Let's make it better. And you can wear the chain on its own. The chain is big enough and substantial enough. You could wear the chain all by itself and have a beautiful 16-inch sitting at the collar Rolo link chain. But the whole piece is not going to be $49.99. Heck no. Let's go a lot lower than that. First caller only takes it. It's only one. It's less than $19.99. And that is some seriously substantial carat weight to your Brazilian Paraibas there. Those are seriously stunning. And I'm going to make it, you know what, let's make it even better. 19, 18, 17. Let's go $16.99. Jason, what'd you take over there? Nothing. Okay. And here I thought you were placing an order. Maybe a request? Oh, good. Requests, we'll take them. We'll take them. We've only got a little bit of time left in the show. So we will gladly take requests because, you know, what are the odds I'm going to show you exactly what you want to see out of the inventory? Yeah. Was it? I thought it was maybe a brand new shopper. Hi, Jeanette. Did she get that sapphire and diamond band? Oh, something from earlier. Oh, really? Oh, who got the sapphire band? Well, thank you so much. Hi, Monica, and hi, Jeanette from Texas. Brand new shopper tonight. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Welcome to our show, Jeanette. Thank you so much for shopping, and what a great time to pick up a piece of jewelry. Sell it or melt it event. All right, big ruby, it's ruby time. $16.99 on this one. Of course, that comes down another $170. So let's see who's got it, because that's only going to cost you $15.29 and a dime at checkout. Let's get to it, because our final 34 minutes are upon us here. I do have one pair of green sapphire earrings, and they're too good not to show. They're also too rare not to show. It almost reminds me a little bit of the zircons we saw earlier. Yes. Thank you. Paraiba pendant's gone. I know these are going to need my help. So let me get the other one ready while we talk about 111-8800. Thank you on the Paraiba pendant. Thank you on the sapphire and diamond band. We'll get to a ruby coming up. Let me hold up the other one here so you can see the next match to your pair. It's going to be 111-8800. That is our 102 of, there's a little bit of a blue golden too with the greens. It's a little green, blue, golden mix, kind of like what we saw earlier in those green zircon rings we had. One of which is gone, the other one is here. And this is going to be 38 points in diamonds. I'm going to let that one hang out for a minute. I want to just pop one on the ear for you, show you the length from a distance away as well. So let's borrow this one, show you the length here with the ruler, get you the measurement. It is a lever back style, so really easy little hinged open and closure here. 1 inch top to bottom is the length. Let me go ahead and pop one on. Well, I know that one's at an angle, but you can get an idea. This kind of does the double halo, and it really does look like a halo, but because halos, when you think about it, are on top usually. So it's kind of like that dual arch design that is on top of the stone, not at the bottom of the stone. This is what they look like from a distance. It's just meant to give you a little size perspective here as you see them from a distance away. So you can get a little bit of an extra look of how they're going to move and how they're going to drop and how the length of the earring is basically going to be right about where your jawline is. So that's going to be a fun earring. It's under $1,000 though. They're not $999. They're not $888 either. We're going to go even lower. Let's take another look at them close up for you so you can see the color. I would really say colors of those sapphires, the way they're going a little blue, green, golden. It's a little bit of a mix there in those colorways. And actually, they're not even $999 or $888. They're $777. So that's going to end up being $699 and change if you'd like to get that one pair of earrings. And that's a fabulous way to go at $699 and 30 cents. So that'll be for one pair and one collar. And they are also Ceylon unheated. That's what's not up there. So there's an extra rarity to those sapphires that we normally would not see because they are actually unheated, untreated stones. And when it comes to the sapphire world, a good 99.9% of sapphire stones, like most gemstones, are given a little bit of heat treatment to help bring out their natural beauty. So these did not need it, and with that, they're matched. So we'll move on from those. They're $699 and change. I did want to show you this quick look at a black opal since we haven't had one tonight. Want to make sure there's a ton of variety in each and every show. This is our lightning rich. Well, isn't this one of the most distinctive and coolest patterns you ever will see in an opal? I'm a big fan. It's been a lot of money in the past. It's been up several times. Now it's got to come down to, the lowest price ever. That's where it's going. Item number here is 112-3619. Now that's an opal. Blues and greens and aquas primarily in a platinum setting with a carat 75 Lightning Ridge Australian stone here. And let me move it around a little more than just to and fro, left and right. Look at that. That's what it does. It's almost like, I don't know, just for a minute, maybe I'm giving a little Phantom of the Opera vibe. Just I'm thinking of the shape of the Phantom's mask. It's giving me, I'm a big musical theater lover, and I think if I wasn't doing this, and if I also was gifted and blessed with a beautiful voice, that's what I would be doing for a living. Is probably doing some kind of musical theater. But this is really just, again, the way you don't see this very often where it's almost like a dual-sided stone. It's all one stone, but the pattern is what's divided to give you green and blue and then blue and green. So it's a fascinating stone. It's never going to leave you without a big, impactful color. It's a carat 75 with 46 points in diamonds. I wish you could see what I'm seeing right now. The whole stone just turned bright Tanzanite purple on me, and it looks right now like green waves. Seriously, this is a stone. And then if it was on the other way, let's see if you see the angle hit it right here for the green section or the blue section to light up green. Yep, that's exactly what happens. Do you see how it's almost like a yin and a yang? and one side is blue and green and the other side is blue and green, but they each give you the opposite colors at the same time. It is the coolest stone, and it really is a lot of fun. 46 points in diamonds, in platinum. Obviously, we're going to size it, so if you don't wear a size 4.5, that's okay. We'll make sure it's in your size, ready to wear when it's delivered and arrives. But you know what? I got to take this $59.99 opal, and I think you can probably see why. It was a $6,000 piece. One of the most distinctive patterns I have ever seen in a natural opal, and yet it's not going to be 59. 49, 39, 29, 19. One caller only is going to take it. One caller owns it, one caller gets it. Then we've got our Northstar. There's been a spike star and a Northstar, and we've got a different variety coming up for you next, which is also coming up for Laura's request. And we're going to make this better than 19. Please don't make the mistake of waiting for the price and then dialing. Do not make that mistake throughout this event. It is the key. Getting in early is the key to success here during this event. It's not 19. Oh, I'm going to keep on going. And trust me, it's going to find its home. That is truly one of the coolest opals we have had. And I'm going to make it even better than 19, 18, 17, 16. When you want to get some jewelry out the door, this is how you do it. There's no two ways about it. Best values ever. That is a platinum band, a platinum setting, a huge halo in diamonds, all good size round brilliance. And truly, it is one of the coolest opals you ever will see. I've seen a bunch, too many to ever count or quantify. I've sold them loose for years with mine owners themselves. I've sold tons of them in jewelry, and there are very few stones that ever give you a pattern like this. And it's not 16, 15, 14.99. I mean, how low am I going to have to go? This feels like a limbo contest tonight. But we're going low enough to make sure that everything does find its way out the door. Let's take it down again. Another drop in the price. It is just crazy. I'll make it $1,399 only. One caller takes it. Let me know. That is such an amazing stone. And you can't see all of it yet because the way this shows up purple like an amethyst is something you have to see and behold. And yet I can't do that under one lighting here. And yet, yes, I know you're seeing the blues and greens quite evidently. The purples, it turns to a pure purple. I can only tell you what I see when I take it off the wheel for a brief second, just when it's out of the light, which is basically when I'm transferring it from the wheel to my hand to try it on for you. And the purples coming through are undeniable. That's also going to be another $140 off that price too. Then, Laura, we've got your request if you want to jump in. We have a rose and a white gold option in this other variety of a Northstar design. And we are down to only now 26 minutes left in the show. So if you do have a request like Laura just did, please get those in so we can help you out. And let's get to that Northstar. It's going to be item number 11104444. Take a look at this one. This is that multi-dimensional. Think of it all like a knife edge design. Every point, every spike, every spear of this design elevates up to one center point, almost like a little mini pyramid. But it's like you have a knife edge design with a side of mirror finished and a side of pave, and that's the white gold. I just love seeing it from the side because I think it helps address how this is made and how it has really almost like mirror finishing that also reflects the diamond pave really well, so you end up seeing more diamonds than you even have. And there's the rose gold, which is 26 points, whether you choose the white or the rose, but holler at me quickly. Operators, let me know how many you'd like. I only have the one in the rose. I've got a couple in the white gold, but again, only 4 to go around, so not that many. And we're going to see them out the door right now. The rose gold, and I do want to show you real quick, ½ inch length, not a half, 1.5 inch length. Here's what it looks like from a distance. That's the rose gold. And then let me show you that length with the ruler, and then we'll see it on the neckline, and then I'll do the same for the white gold. There's your 1.5 inch length. So it's going to have a similar length to what we saw. This is different though. The other one had prong set diamonds that started at the larger diamonds through the middle and then kind of radiated out. This one has pave, smaller diamonds, okay? So that's going to be the white gold. Let's show it on the neckline. Again, only one in the rose, the rest are in the white, just 4 to go around, but it's well under 1,000. And that's a lot of gold. When you look at how that's done, see how this side is more pave and this side has mirror finishing for the most part, but a couple extra extensions. It is so dimensional. The whole thing is really from every angle, because when you're wearing a pendant, we're not just seeing it face up. We're not just seeing it straight on. We're seeing it from a lot of different angles because we've got a lot of people observing us and we're moving and talking and we're functioning human beings. So there's always going to be a really nice appreciation, I think, for pieces that have consideration for all those different details from all those different angles like you see. And it's going to be better than $9.99. way better. Come on in, perfect for gifting. Like, I like this for Mom's Day because as someone who, number one, doesn't do hearts. My mom's not a heart person. I'm not a heart person. It's probably hereditary. But I still want a piece that I can give to, you know, moms that show what? That we love and we care and that they're our guiding light. And sometimes they're our guiding North Star. Isn't that really kind of what the North Star symbolizes so often? Is that guidance, that kind of, you know, that constant in a really, really ever-changing world. There are certain things that are constants, like the North Star. So again, can help you kind of always find that compass, find that direction, find your way. That's where, if mom's that guiding force, or you know a mom who is, or you're that motherly figure, it's just also a really cool piece of designer jewelry, but it's not $888 or $777 or $699. We've only got a few minutes left. Let's make this $599 only, and you'll get an extra $60 off that. So $539 and change at checkout. White or rose, that's what I need to know, and we'll count them down, because that's another great way to get a perfect gift idea, because also no sizing necessary to be known. You don't need to know what ring size she wears. You don't need to know what she owns. All you need to know is that she has a chain to put it on. Yes? White gold. So one gone in the white gold already, 3 left. $539. Is that a requester? Is it Laura? Hi, Laura. Thank you so much. Right. Oh, okay. That's no problem. All right. So $599. Let's keep moving. We got a lot to do. And we got I guess the opal's still here, the big black opal with that cool pattern still here. All right, it's ruby time. We've got the big ruby. It's a 1 carat 07. It's total private collection. Crazy, crazy, crazy good. I mean, this one, it intimidates me, because I got to say, I've seen a lot of rubies. I've shown a lot of rubies. I know Burma's the best. Look at that stone, though. When you get an over 1 carat that is a private collection that is completely transparent like this stone is, and then it has a combination, because how good is it? We decided to go ahead and add not only a huge white diamond weight to 5118. How about a carat 17 in white diamonds? It's one of our bigger mountings there. And then you add, for good measure, 4 individual pink diamonds that total 8 points in addition. So 1 carat 25 in diamonds overall around your, talk about a shining star. This time not in literal shining stars in diamonds and gold, but in the shining star of Burma rubies from our own private collection. Here's how we do this. Carat 07 ruby, it is a super stunner. Thank you on the star design. We still have a couple left if you want to grab the rose or the white. Here's what we have in the ruby, which I have to try on. That black opal is still here. The green sapphire earrings are still here. We've got a few pieces to recap before we go, but we don't have much time. 21 minutes in our Wednesday night. I'm back tomorrow, and I'm back Friday, and I'm back Saturday, and then I'm not going to see you for a couple days. But here we are. This is the 107 private collection. This is the awesome, clean, bright, and what is it? It's blue-red, because that's what Burma's all about. And wait till you see how clean, even from a distance on the hand, even from a long way away, even when it's on, boom, it's still glowing. So impressive, and that is why that stone was chosen as the private collection piece. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a value, because if this kind of rubies of 1 carat size that are completely transparent intimidate you like they intimidate me, because you know you're going to love it, but you know the price tag you may not, because rubies just come with a certain high-end, highfalutin price tag and value, like $20,000 a carat and up. That one should be $16,999. It will not be. Watch this. This last 20 minutes is going to be record-setting. Yes, go ahead, Jason. Question, or are you waiting for a request? Okay, you're thinking about this one? The ruby. Or are you waiting for Maria's request? You got it. Okay, so we have a lot of requests here at the end of the night. As usual, getting a lot of those in. And I'm just going with, what is the best jewelry I have right here in front of me to show you? It's this ruby. And it's not even $16,999, because that's not going to do it. I know how we have set this whole deal up for values. Best of the best in values. I simply just gave you the best price possible. That's the story of the event. It's the best price possible that can ever be. That ever will be, can be, and then when we get to that point, then we just say 10% off extra for the sheer joy of value, for the sheer joy of quality at a value level you've never even seen before, even if you've been watching us for years. And this is not $16,000 or $10 or $5 or $49.99. Now we're talking about saving you a boatload of money And it's the finest ruby I have. Remember, the 2 carats are gone, the 351's gone. I've had a lot of Burma rubies find their way out the door, and a lot of our well under 1 carats are gone as well. But now we're getting you the best of the best in the carat 07. And look how clean and bright that is. And I'm going to try it on the hand, and you're going to love it. Again, it's got to go in the hand. Pink and white diamonds, we're already verifying on this one. Don't be surprised if this says, if someone says sold before I even get down to the lowest price, it's on the hand. It's not $49, it's not $39, it's not even $29.99. Hands down, incredible value, and that's with a carat 25 overall in pink and whites. We're going to do better than $2,500. It's as good as gone. At 25, forget it, $24.99. Amazing, is it not? It's going lower than that. I'm going to, and you're going to get 10% off, which is going to stack up to hundreds of dollars of savings too. And yet we're not going to make it even 24 or 23. I'm blowing it out right now, and it's the last call on the show. I'm making it $22.99. That's going to be just a smidge over $2,000 when all is said and done. $2,069.10. And then Maria, we have got your Brazilian Paraiba ring to bring out. So we're going to do that next. If you want to hop on the phone lines to give yourself a little head start, that'd probably be a good idea with as quickly. I've even heard some other occasions tonight where we've had a request come out and somebody other than our requester got it first. So again, good time to dial in as fast as you can, and we'll help you out with that. But that is $2,069 for that ruby and pink and white diamonds together. Okay, so let's get to our fabulous Brazilian Paraiba. I'm not sure if Maria asked for this precise ring or something in Brazilian Paraiba, because we did have that pendant earlier, but let's show 1124985. There aren't many in the Brazilian Paraibas left, but this one is some serious high style here. And talk about a highway ring. Can flowers grow on the highway? I'm on a lot of highways every day. I've kind of loved that this is that juxtaposition of it's the highway design. But it's got 2 pop art daisy-like florals happening right there above it. And it's 7 points in the Paraiba. Now keep in mind, this is all 18 karat gold, and it's a nice wide band, but comfortable. Kind of does the crisscross X design through the back and the front. You can see how it's going to taper down in the back, so it's nice and comfortable, even though it's a lot of gold. And it's 7 points in the neon Paraibas and another 28 points in the diamonds. They're basically, and I like what they did here. Did you notice it yet? The 2 rows in the pave that's roll and wrap through 2 of the highway bands. Where they intersect the floral, they continue with the diamonds. So clever, and a lot of workmanship and design. These are the things you might not think about if you're not in the trenches of jewelry making every day, but things like that, doing little extra, little designer surprise elements like that really make it fun. And really also show you, when you really examine a piece, those are the details that equate to fine jewelry. Those are what really set your jewelry apart from everybody else's. And that, in addition to the original find of the really, really rare Brazilian Paraibas that we don't get to see very often anymore going forward. 2 big stones, by the way. So it's the centered up stones. So they're actually good sized stones. That's weird to say, because 3.5 points might not be considered by everybody a large stone, but in the world of Brazilian Paraiba, that is. So you're getting those 2 3.5 pointers there, 3.5 and 3.5 on each floral centered up bezel set. Then let me try it on, and this one's going to be a good one here. Let's take $59.99 and get rid of it. That's why this doesn't get on the air very often, because not everybody's going to understand Brazilian Paraibas at $6,000. But if you'd like, and actually I think feels like this is more upright to me, at least from your perspective at home, that wraparound effect, it's a nice big ring. It's a lot of 18 karat gold. And it's not even $29.99. There's your half off discount. We'll keep on going. Make sure it can find its home, not even 29 or even 19. Now it's getting spooky low with a lot of 18 karat. How many bands? 4 different bands together, 4 bands, 2 florals, over the top, oversized, but really still read. You saw it on the hand from a distance, really still reads as those bright florals we love. How about $1,699? I did it on the pendant, so I'm inspired. Let's do it on the ring too. With a lot of 18 karat gold. And then any last minute requests you have, they need to come in pretty quickly here. We got about 14 minutes. Still have a green Paraiba we can show you. A nice big emerald. How about some diamond bands? Anybody want to see the 102 cognac diamond? Or if you just want a bigger ruby in a pendant. I have a carat 59 ruby in a pendant. I've got an unheated teal Windsor sapphire. I mean, these are some super exotics. And you know, we had two exotics go out earlier. It was both the Kashmir and also the really, really, really unusual, the new find tourmaline. Let me show you this one. My best blue zircon in the entire inventory happens to be right here. It is the holy grail of blue zircons. Now, all the colors you see on the outside rim of that pear shape in the blue zircon that are dancing, that is not a reflection of diamonds. This is not a bridge where there are diamonds underneath. That is the stone doing what it's capable of, which very few stones can. Double refraction, paying off in a big visual way. Item number is 112434, and this is my most gigantic, valuable blue zircon. Besides, there is one in a pendant, and it's $56,000. I kid you not. There is a pendant that looks very similar, but $56,000 is not going to be something that's going to necessarily even go and sell or melt it. I have an 1192 here with a carat and a half in stunning VS diamonds. It is also in, this is a variation of the signature mounting, and if you look at it here, it's got that fully finished under gallery that we crave, that we want to have all the way through the inside, wider band to the sides, big diamonds around it. Guess what? Museum pieces are still as eligible as everything else, and you know what? They're actually more sought after, and that's why the museum pieces tonight have been going even faster than some of the other pieces. Because why? It's where the biggest savings are. I get the chance to do the bigger markdown on the museum pieces, plus it's the bigger savings for you when you do take your 10% off at checkout. So it's a twofold reason why the museum pieces are going so quickly tonight, and this is another one. This is the top, it's the king stone of the private collection. This is not just a regular Cambodian presentation gray, Starlight Blue. It's from the private collection. They've never gotten brighter or more saturated than this. The size is almost 12 carats as well, so that's very impressive. And you've got a carat and a half in VS diamonds every which way, and it's in white gold, stays in white gold. Don't worry, we can size it for you as well. So this is one we can size, but there's a really good reason why this is going to go, and that's because it's dirt cheap compared to this $22,999 price tag it's had once upon a time. Now it goes to its screaming low, get it out the door discount. That's the one you see, that's the one you get. We're going to make this a big moment for our blue zircon collectors, and you know I'm going to try it on right now. Let's try it on the hand and show it to you here. Let's show you, yes. You got it. The black opal is going to go on the hand again. Yep, absolutely. Let's get you an incredible price tag on this blue zircon. Look at that size. And how about flipping it around to show you the other direction? So if you want to wear your pear shape facing out, pointing away, there you go. That's going to be better than $10,000 or $99.99 or $88 or $77 or $69.99. This one's going to go. No question about it. And I know it's a big ring, but that's why it's supported with all that gold underneath. That's why it's got that great finishing. That's why it's here. And you know what? That's why you don't want to leave it behind. And it's not going to be $69 or $59.99. We're going all-time low on everything. And a lot of people are making requests on earlier pieces, so this is the time you take them. Let's make it $4,999, and you get $500 off that. So $44.99 to get the zircon. Is this the one you want to see on the hand again? The opal is what you want to see, right? We've got the opal for you, Tim. Opal, black opal, platinum setting. I don't put, yeah. Of course, yes, 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 absolutely. Here's the side profile. I'm not going to show you on my ring finger just because it doesn't fit. So that's where, again, the sizing comes into play. Look at that. That's what it does. This is just a little bit of the effect it's going to give you. And I'm going to move it a few different ways. Now, I do want to show you the side profile. And I'm going to pop it on my pinky because that's the only place it fits at this moment. But let me show you that from this direction here. It doesn't sit up any more than most traditional halo designs do. And there's your other profile here. So again, doesn't sit up too high at all. Not at all, and I'm wearing it way on the outside of the hand, probably not where you're going to wear it. I don't think it's a traditional pinky ring size. But again, look what those colors do, and then again, when it hits the angle right, you see the other side does that same kind of like green, just the way the blues transfer with the greens transfer with the blues. It's really amazing. And then let me also put it right over my ring finger because that's probably about where you're going to wear it there. And then I'll still move it around so you get to see all the beauty of that stone. Look what that does. It is just the coolest opal. It looks like there should be sound effects with it. It looks like something out of a video game with incredible, bright, vibrant truer to life graphics. Like, it just is an amazing, amazing stone. And that was down to $13.99 plus 10% off in platinum with the diamond halo at almost a half carat in the diamonds to the halo as well. So $13.99 minus your $140 extra. So that one's verifying right now. We can take a look at it up close as well. Don't forget about the zircon for $49.99. Here's the close-up on that opal as best I can. Again, there's a purple color that just I cannot show you under these lights. As much as I try to show you every detail of that stone, I'm not capable of showing you what I saw in person with this stone, and that is a really important gem. And to think that that's still abiding by the same opal rules is never going to look as good on TV as it does in person. And that's still here. Yes? Oh, never mind. The opal's gone. Congratulations. Well, our zircon is here. I'm going to start to recap a couple of last items that we have for you as well, just because we want to make sure that all of these pieces from the day do go. Before, you know what happens at 8 o'clock. They get started in the melt process. I had 2 incredible amethysts earlier, not to mention a Sweet Home Colorado mine Rhodocrosite, an incredible value. So we got some deals still waiting here, not to mention the $49.99 of that blue zircon, $44.99 at checkout. Here are my 2 amethysts. I've got the trefoil, if you will. That's going to be that triple, kind of like a triple cornered floral. And then we have this really beautiful round modified in white gold or rose gold. That's how they stay. So these 2 rings are actually from a huge amethyst blowout I did earlier. There were 4 rings. We have 2 left. And this is going to be the 441 if you want the round. It's a 441 in rose gold with that wraparound design, and then the bezel set diamond with the pave on the other, and that stays in rose gold, but we'll size it. And then the other one is going to be the 393 fancy cut trefoil here. That's going to be the white gold only, 12 points in diamonds. They stay as they are. We'll size them for you. They're $799 a piece. That means with an extra $80 off, so they'll be under $720 for you, and that's a great way to go. $719 and change. Either way you'd like to go, $799. They're both from earlier. We have 111, $78.90. That would be for the left side. And then we have 111, $79.11 on the right side. So 2 amethyst options. One to recap those for you. And then we have our rhodocrosite. I actually had 2, actually was it 3? 3 different pieces in this wide band. So we got to show those again. Oh, and our sapphires and our diaspore. We started the show with this incredible diaspore. This was a function of not everybody was here. There's just simply no way. I start the show with the foolproof item of the day, the item that you know without a shadow of a doubt it's going to go. And then it stays because not everybody's with us. Look at this diaspore. Cushion cut square, stunning colors. You already see the pink flashes coming through it. 7702 is the item number. We're going to hyper speed through some recaps here because at the end of the show at 8 o'clock, which is in about 6 minutes, everything that's here gets melted down. So we can't have the luxury of showing things again and again and again. Tomorrow we're here, Friday we're here, but all new items, pieces you have not seen. So new items, I don't mean new, I mean pieces you haven't seen in this event yet. So the inventory keeps on coming. So here we go. This diaspore is a one-of-a-kind 202 center stone cushion cut square. That is the curved link design done in diamonds on the sides. And it's going to be a huge value because it's only $999 with an extra $100 off. So that ring turns into $899. Then we've got a band in sapphires. Granted, it's a little limited on size, but I got to show it to you anyways because it's good, good stuff. And then we've got our last call on the show. Anything you want to see before we go, let me know. 5 minutes remain. Everything else tonight in 5 minutes. If it's available, it gets melted down. Want to make sure you get your picks in before it gets melted and is not seen again. That's really crucial. Everyone's got to remember that about this event. You can't just call up and say, I'll take it tomorrow or the next day or the next day because it's no longer going to be here or exist. So this is the time to make those last minutes. All right, let me show this on the hand real quick in case you missed it. Here's that triple curb link. That's on each side. That's how balanced it looks on the hand. And look at the way that stone glitters. It's $8.99. Take it if you love diaspores. You know the 202s, especially when it reads as a round. It's a round with corners, basically. It's a square cushion. So it reads as a round. It dazzles like a round. It changes color like any good color changing phenomena stone will under different light sources. So $8.99 to get it. Yellow gold is how that stays. We'll size it for you. Let's see if that's gone. I don't know. Might be. Let's see if it's verifying. Do you have that one or something else? Two amethysts. Okay, let's go to the amethyst on the hand here real quick. I've got the round and then the trefoil on the hand. And we'll see who's got that diaspore. Here are the two amethyst pieces. So again, had those up earlier. There's our round. Remember, the round's the bigger way to go. That's going to be the 441. And then we've got the trefoil that's 393. This one feels very like, again, side to side, east to west design, white gold only. This one is gorgeous the way it's kind of corralled with this outer edge of rose gold, one bezel set diamond. Over on this side, the rest is pave. That stays in the rose gold. Those are $7.99 less your discount. So take advantage of those. The diaspore cushion square is verifying right now. And then there are two amethyst, rose and white, your pick for $7.99. Back to the wheel we'll go. I did want to show you the two sapphire bands that are our multicolor bands here. They're going to be either the size 7 1/4. So again, got to find a finger that fits here because we cannot size these because they are channel set stones, but they are either a size 7 or a size, actually 7 1/4. Right there in the front is the 7 1/4, and the one in the back up top is the 8. So we have 1119314. This is the carat 13 in princess cuts. They are sapphires. They are different pinks, purples, padbarashas, blue greens, and a rich blue purple. So those are going to be in the yellow gold only. Let me know who's got the diaspore. How is that diaspore still here? That gorgeous square cushion. Amazing. It looks like a champagne diamond with pinks coming through. It's amazing. We've got our carat 13 princess cut bands. Take 1 or 2, but again, they have to stay in the size they are. That's going to be down to $8.88 plus your discount, $7.99 and change. And then we will go ahead and recap our Rhodocrosite, our Mahenge pink Spinel, and our big emerald with yellow diamonds. There are 3 wide band rings that still exist here. I brought each and every one of them down to their lowest possible price. This is $7.99. Please let me know. We are in last call and recaps. That blue zircon pear shape is verifying right now. Do not let that one pass you by. It's a really good one. It's a really important value. We have 2 minutes left in the broadcast. I'll see you tomorrow. We do the same thing tomorrow night, but with jewelry you have not seen yet in the Sell It or Melt It event. The show starts at 5 Pacific, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Just keep that in mind, but let's take a look at this. We've got a Mahenge pink, we've got a Rhodocrosite, and we also have an emerald out of Colombia. And in a couple of hours, the month of May will be with us. So not May the 4th yet. May the 4th will be with us, but May the 1st will be with us. So we have the big emerald for May's birthstone. We have a Mahenge Spinel, and we have a Rhodocrosite. All 3 of these rings are in wide bands with really detailed diamond designs. They're all the same price. You're going ultra rare no matter which one you're getting. The Colombian emerald glows. It pops. It's a gorgeous kabuki cut. We have 90 seconds left in the show. Every one of these rings, $1,999 while you can get them, while you can grab them, while you can make them yours. We are in the last call. We'll be here for a couple minutes taking your orders as well. So we will not start melt until we get all of the phone lines answered. So that will include after the show goes off the air in about 1 minute. So in 60 seconds, we're done. But I want to make sure that you know, we'll keep the phone lines open to help you out, answer any questions, place any orders for last call on anything you've seen tonight in the show. So be sure and let me know what those pieces are. Would you like the emerald? That's in the center, of course. That Rhodocrosite radiant cut on the left, it's a 70-pointer, 53 points in diamonds. This is the big Mahenge. That's going to be a Mahenge 81-pointer, 53 points in diamonds. They stay as they are, two-tone, yellow, and white. Tell me which one you like. They're all $17.99 at checkout. Thank you again for joining me tonight on this Wednesday. We're back tomorrow. That's Thursday and Friday nights. Both nights, 5 to 8 Pacific time. That's 8 to 11 Eastern time. Let me know which one you've got, Jason. You got the middle one. That's the emerald. Congratulations. Item number is 112-1728. Thank you. And it's our last call. Thank you so much for being with me tonight again. I'll see you tomorrow. I sure hope to see you all back here at 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to kick off big 3 hours. Sell It or Melt It continues. Can't wait. For now, I'm Lauren Blair from all of us at TVON. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow.